If you never take the time, you never know what you will find. I'm a crow, I'm the most with the least to gain. Baby Mona Lisa in a power frame. You don't know me. I'm a ring on a tree in a life that fell. What I did, I done good, and what I done, I did well.
The following is a presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. This is where the dogs play.
Shakes and bakes, drives, high kiss off the glass, blocked at the rim. Oh, nasty block.
You got to be at your very best every night.
Driving one-handed, pulls up for a three at the horn. Oh, yeah! And a two-handed monster dunk down the lane. Alley-oop, oh, yeah!
Welcome to the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Now to courtside along with Chuck Dowdle. Here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Hi again, everyone, and welcome to another night of Georgia Bulldogs basketball. An adventurous first road trip, to say the least, but Georgia has arrived in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to face the Temple Owls in the return game of a home-and-home series. The Bulldogs are 1-0 this season after a 110-76 smashing of Savannah State last Friday night, as Georgia racked up more points in a game than it had in the last 19 seasons. It should, however, be a step up in competition for the Bulldogs tonight in their first ever visit to Temple University. The Owls are 2-0 so far under head coach Fran Dunphy, a 30-year veteran of the game who has already announced that this will be his final season as the Owls head coach. It's Georgia and Temple from Philadelphia tonight. The Bulldogs Courtside Show is brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Chuck Dowdle, Scott Howard, Tony Schiavone, back after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Everybody knows that peanuts are the state crop of Georgia. But did you know that Georgia farmers contribute nearly $75 billion to the state's economy each year? That's not peanuts. Those billions are why Georgia Farm Bureau cultivates farmers, by promoting agriculture and offering access to benefits that save families money, like home and auto insurance. You can join online for just a few bucks a year. Peanuts.
Hi, Georgia fans. I'm Scott Howard here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Athens, Georgia, or on the other side of the world. Globally or locally, UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More. Made easy. UPS, official logistics company of Georgia Athletics.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey Bulldog fans, with Aaron's, having what you want is much easier than you think. Because now you can lease to own all the brands you love in furniture, electronics, and appliances. Yes, all those things you've always dreamed of. At Aaron's, you don't need credit, and you have flexible payment options so you can pay little by little until you own it. Plus, delivery and setup are free, so you can just focus on enjoying. Visit us in-store or at aarons.com and discover for yourself how easy it is to have what you want. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Holiday Inn Express wants to let you in on a little secret. You can now get at least 20% off at holidayinexpress.com during our annual sale early access. We'll even throw in free breakfast. Just kidding. Breakfast is always included in your stay at Holiday Inn Express. Book now and save at holidayinexpress.com. Terms apply.
Welcome back to the Leah Kouros Center on the campus of Temple University in North Philadelphia. Along with Chuck Dowdle, Scott Howard with you here tonight courtside, along with our producer-engineer Tony Schiavone. Cabell Philpott is in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. We'll be joining Cabell in just a moment here on the Grindhouse Killer Burgers courtside show. Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Well, Chuck, it was a grind to get here. But Georgia's going to try to brush that aside. Travel problems, everybody probably has them. Maybe not to the degree Georgia had them over the last 24 hours to get here. But that's the message from the head coach, Tom Crean. All right, we're here.
Hey.
We're going to take care of our business.
Yeah, listen, he has challenged these players to, overcome the obstacles that were placed in front of them, and there were plenty of them, let's face it, coming up here on the travel, and overcome those and come out here and try to win this basketball game. And listen, this is important to Georgia. This is a road game against a talented Temple team that's picked to finish 6th in the American Athletic Conference this year, finished 7th there last year. Georgia beat them in Athens last year. This is the kind of win that could look good on the Dogs' resume later in the season. And I got to tell you something, it's unfair for Georgia because they have not been in this place until they walked in here to play the game. No practice yesterday, no shoot-around today. They have to come in here because of all those travel problems and play Temple and get a win.
5th game in the series. Georgia winner last season in Athens, 84-66. Georgia and Temple are coming up here in Philadelphia tonight. And coming up next, it's Cabell Philpott as we continue with our Bulldogs Courtside Show brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Cabell's in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. He's next here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
If you're looking for smart ways to save money, just stop by your neighborhood Kroger. Right now, it's time for the Buy 10, Save 5 event. Just choose from a great selection of participating items. And when you buy any 10, you'll save $5 instantly at checkout. Choose from items like Kellogg's Eggo Waffles, Simple Truth Organic Eggs, Kroger Brand Premium Orange Juice, and lots more. Go to Kroger.com or use the app for more info. The Buy 10, Save 5 event is on now. Fresh food, low prices at Kroger. Anyone can deliver a box of groceries, but when you consider the source, only Kroger can bring you the fresh, delicious food and quality products you already know and love. And no matter how you like to get your groceries, Kroger makes it easy with store pickup, delivery, and now you can have your order shipped right to your door. So now it's easier than ever to check out while you're chilling when you shop online with the Kroger app or at Kroger.com today.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, brought to you by AutoZone. Keep your engine light in check with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service that helps you troubleshoot the problem. Let's get you what you need. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Growing up in a coffee family is no different than growing up in any other family, except that we all kind of share one affinity, and that's for a great tasting cup of coffee.
Matt Siraj, 4th generation owner, Community Coffee.
I believe people can taste the difference family makes. It's a fullness in the mouth. It's a flavor impression that follows all the way through till 30 seconds after that sip of coffee. It's that rich, smooth flavor that you find in Community Coffee.
Our family story continues at communitycoffee.com.
Blue Emu! Blue Emu! Down! Set! Hike!
Not getting the yardage you used to? Try some Blue Emu Continuous Spray or Maximum Arthritis Pain Relief Cream now. Stop throwing Hail Marys at relief. Both are non-greasy, fast-acting, penetrative pain relief that works effectively to get down deep to the source of pain. Safe to use daily. No burning, no stinging, never greasy, and always odor-free. Blue Emu. It works fast and you won't stink. Available at retailers nationwide.
Welcome back to the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Now, scores and highlights from around college basketball. Let's go inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Here's Cabell Philpott.
Dogs setting on to take on Temple tonight. The Owls 2-0. Both wins have come at home in Philadelphia. Georgia, of course, the travel issues getting up to the city of brotherly love. But on the court now and ready to rock and roll. We are ready to rock and roll here inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios as well. 2 top 25 games on the docket this evening. Both of them just happen to be in the SEC. Number 22, LSU, an Advocare Invitational Campus game against Memphis at the Maravich Assembly Center. LSU scoring over 90 points in each of their first 2 ball games, taking on the up-and-down running team of the Memphis Tigers. Norfolk State on the road at South Carolina. Basketball Hall of Fame tip-off campus game at Colonial Life Arena. The Gamecocks lost their second game of the season last weekend to Stony Brook, where they were out-rebounded 49-33 on the boards. I am sure Frank Martin was thrilled about that. Fifth-ranked Tennessee hosts Georgia Tech at Thompson Bowling Arena. A 9 o'clock tip between the Vols and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Georgia and Temple set to battle in Philadelphia as the Dogs look to improve to 2-0 on this young season. A 7 o'clock tip just after. When we return, we'll head back to Scott Howard. He will sit down with the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs, Tom Crean, get his thoughts on the Temple Owls right after these messages on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Coach Kirby Smart here. Let's talk about the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics, Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont makes sure that our dogs are playing their best, but we know you don't have to be a college athlete to get bumps and bruises. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away. So for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
You know, Georgia peaches don't just come from Georgia. They come from farms in Georgia, worked by farmers, working hard to cultivate the crops that drive the state's economy. That's why Georgia Farm Bureau cultivates farmers with support through advocacy and benefits that save families money, like home and auto insurance. Join online for just a couple bucks a year. Easy as peach cobbler.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The holidays. At BMW, we want to remind you of some excuses to enjoy the ride home a little longer. If you're in the all-new BMW X5 with the upgraded navigation within iDrive 7.0, consider the detour excuse.
Hey, Dad, ran into construction. Gotta take a detour.
Make the most of the road home. Hurry in to the BMW Road Home sales event to receive exceptional offers on select models now through November 30th. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Join BMW's Drive to End Hunger and receive $1,000 credit. Visit BMWATL.com for details.
Psst. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Holiday Inn Express wants to let you in on a little secret. You can now get at least 20% off at holidayinexpress.com during our annual sale early access. We'll even throw in free breakfast. Just kidding. Breakfast is always included in your stay at Holiday Inn Express. Book now and save at holidayinexpress.com. Terms apply.
You're listening to Georgia Basketball. Now, time for your all-access trip inside the Dogs' locker room and a visit with UGA head coach Tom Crean. With Coach Crean, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Welcome back to Philadelphia. We're with Coach Tom Crean, and this interview is brought to you by UPS, working together to achieve great things like the Bulldogs. That's problem solving. Visit UPS.com to learn more, official logistics partner of college athletics. Coach Tom Crean is here. Coach, what did you learn about your team after that first game last Friday?
Well, I learned we've just got to keep learning how to put the hammer down. You know, when we've got it down and we didn't come back out in the second half with the right level of urgency. And some of it's first game, some of it's being up by so much. But we had a learning lesson in the sense that it doesn't matter who you play. The best teams never go away. They keep coming right back at you. Now, it's not always going to be as fast as Savannah State was. But that was a great lesson for us to learn. And then we figured out how to get it going. And we've also been able to really look at how many points we're leaving out there. And it's easy to say, or it doesn't make a lot of sense when you scored 110 points, but we're leaving a lot of points out there in the form of turnovers, shooting, free throws, things of that nature. Because we're not always going to get into that fast pace of game, obviously, but we've got to be able to have better possessions, take better care of the ball, have better footwork in decision-making, and then really step up and make our shots and free throws.
What are your expectations for tonight's matchup with Temple?
Well, you've been on the trip with us, and this will go down as one of those wild trips. We left Athens at 3. We arrived yesterday afternoon. We arrived in Philadelphia at 1:30 this afternoon. So my thing to them is the bottom line. the excuses of losing, they're right there. All right, you're tired, you're fatigued, it's not normal. We weren't coming off a very good practice yesterday. Those type of things, it's really, really easy to chalk that up, say, okay, it wasn't our night. But that's not what we're going to do. All right, and that's not how we're going to play, and that's not how we're going to coach it. We're going to come in here. It doesn't matter when we got here. All right, what matters is that we're here and that we got to bring a tough level of spirit, a like-mindedness. We've got to take care of the ball. We've got to figure out what gives us the best chance to win tonight pace-wise. This is not a game where we can afford to give them turnovers because they're so quick on the break. But I'm excited about it. I'm glad that we played UAB already, so we have a little bit of a feel of being on the road. And I think the guys are excited to play.
Quick thoughts on Alston and Rose, two of their top players.
Tremendous scores, can really drive the ball, can shoot the ball. Bona fide NBA prospects, getting a lot of shots, a lot of opportunities, and a lot of volume. And when it comes to them getting to the basket or taking the shots or getting to the foul line. But the scariest thing to me is, the most concerning thing to me is the way they offensive rebound. And this team, not just Rose and Alston, obviously, but this team, when they get to the glass, we have got to have 5 people in the paint rebounding. We have got to put the bodies on them before they put them on us. And we got to be really good in the baseline game.
Coach, thanks very much. Like you said, we'll put all that stuff behind him and give it our best tonight. Good luck to you.
Absolutely, Scott. Thanks.
All right, that's Coach Tom Crean. We'll give you the starting lineups for the Bulldogs and the Temple Owls when we come back here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Getting your first real paycheck is like celebrating your own Independence Day. It's life-changing once it's deposited, which you can do using Regions Mobile Deposit in your Regions mobile app. Choose when and where to make the money available, take a couple of pictures, click a button or two, and boom! One major achievement in the record books. We get it. Some things are bigger than banking. Learn more at regions.com/mobile deposit. Regions, member FDIC, conditions and fees apply.
Whether you're an elite athlete, in youth sports, or a weekend warrior, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network keeps you in the game and ready for action. Our team of experts offers a full range of sports medicine services to prevent and treat injuries and improve performance. With 10 locations in the Atlanta region, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network is in your neighborhood. For details, call 1-855-NH-SPORT. That's 1-855-NH-SPORT.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
Indeed knows finding the right hire takes time away from your business.
Hiring a qualified data engineer felt like a second job.
More job seekers use Indeed than any other site, so there's no better place to find someone with the skills you're looking for.
I needed someone with a master's in computer science and database experience.
Plus, Indeed screener questions help you find your shortlist fast.
Now I'm back to having just one job.
See why more than 3 million companies worldwide use Indeed to hire. Post your job at Indeed.com/hire. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Source Comscore total visits.
This is where the Dogs play.
Shakes the big drive. Mike is off the glass. Blocked at the rim. Oh, nasty block.
You got to be at your very best every night.
Driving one-handed stuff. First three and good. He faked the foul. Inside, no look. Finish it.
Pulls up for a three at the horn.
Oh, yeah! And a two-handed monster dunk down the lane. Alley-oop. Oh, yeah!
Today's coverage of Dogs basketball is brought to you by Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider for the Georgia Bulldogs. Barbasol, here's a no-brainer. Barbasol is making razors. Try the Barbasol Ultra 6 Plus today. And by State Farm, here to help life go right. Talk to an agent at 800-STATE FARM. Now, to courtside, along with Chuck Dowdle, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Welcome back inside the Leah Corus Center here in Philadelphia, getting ready for Georgia and Temple. Here are your starting lineups. First for the Bulldogs, with a record of 1-0, coached by Tom Crean in his first season at Georgia, his 19th as a head coach. His starting five, same as it was on Friday night. Turtle Jackson and T-Shawn Hightower, the guards. Jackson, a 6'4 senior from Athens, and Hightower, a 6'4 sophomore guard from Lithonia, Georgia. Rayshawn Hammonds is at a forward spot tonight, 6'8 sophomore from Norcross, Georgia. And the two big men across the front line, Nicholas Claxton, 6'11 sophomore forward from Greenville, South Carolina, and Derek Ogbede, 6'9 senior forward from Atlanta. For the Temple Owls, 2-0, coached by Fran Dunphy. Their two prominent players are Quentin Rose and Shiz Alston, both guards. Rose at 6'8, a junior from Rochester, New York. Alston, a 6'4 senior from Philadelphia. Nate Pierre-Louis is a 6'4 guard from Plainfield, New Jersey. And their five rounded out by Devondre Perry, 6'7 forward, and Ernest Flagpee, a 6'10 senior center. We'll have the tip-off next. George and Temple on the way here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Everybody knows that peanuts are the state crop of Georgia. But did you know that Georgia farmers contribute nearly $75 billion to the state's economy each year? That's not peanuts. Those billions are why Georgia Farm Bureau cultivates farmers, by promoting agriculture and offering access to benefits that save families money, like home and auto insurance. You can join online for just a few bucks a year. Peanuts.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. College football is back on SiriusXM. We've got 24/7 talk and analysis on ESPNU Radio, as well as live coverage of every major college football conference, including live play-by-play. So cheer along in your car, online, or on the SiriusXM app, or try us out for free with a streaming trial subscription and take your team with you anywhere you go. Get a free streaming trial at SiriusXM.com/ESPNU-SXM.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Coach Kirby Smart here. Let's talk about the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs, Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont makes sure that our dogs are playing their best, and they're also there for the times they're not. But you don't have to be a college athlete to get bumps and bruises. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away. So for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
Hi, son. You're on speaker. Just got back from the park. Guess I'm getting used to civilian life. Mom's here, too.
Hi, honey. Just making dinner. Your sister's into this gluten-free thing. Am I boring you, dear?
It's just good to hear your voice, Mom.
A call from home takes you home. AT&T proudly offers wireless and TV discounts to military veterans and their families. Get started in store or visit att.com/military savings for details. Coverage not available everywhere. Exclusions, eligibility, and other restrictions apply.
Just a moment or so away from tip-off, Georgia and Temple Owl, the fifth meeting ever between the two schools. Right now, let's pause for station identification here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Georgia sporting some new black uniforms, looking good as the starting five announced for Georgia. Turtle Jackson, T-Shawn Hightower, Rayshawn Hammonds, Derek Ogbede, Nicholas Claxton. And our keys to the game are presented by Ford. Elevate your game with a new Ford F-150, the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. Here with our keys in the dark now as they turn out the lights is Chuck Dowdle. Chuck.
All right, Scott. All right, Scott. Wait, boy, I'll tell you what, I'm messed up already off this travel. I got to remember to use the microphone. All right. Key number one, mental toughness, which I clearly didn't have. All right, the journey to Philly was no picnic, and every other minute seemed to provide some kind of obstacle. Somebody needs to pay for this, and since we're not playing the charter service, then that's going to be Temple. Temple's going to have to pay for the mistakes that charter service made in not getting us here when they should have. Now, 2, the Owls have a scorer in Shiz Alston. He's averaging 21 points a game, had 30 last Friday. You got to know where he is on the court at all times defensively. I think if you can hold him in check tonight, you got a real shot at this. And finally, and this is utmost for Georgia right now, protect the basketball. Coach Crean is preaching the fact that ball is very, very valuable. Those empty possessions hurt. We've had 2 exhibitions in one game. The Dogs are averaging 23 turnovers a game. That is excruciating. Not going to cut it against good competition, and Temple is good competition.
Yeah, the Owls come in at 2-0. Their wins over LaSalle in one of their annual Big 5 games here in Philadelphia. That was their season opener, and then last Friday night they beat Detroit Mercy. So they have 2 wins already here on their home floor. And as you pointed out earlier, Georgia didn't even get to step on this home floor until they showed up on the bus this afternoon, because we didn't arrive in town until about 1:30. Got here locally because of the travel issues. The team didn't get to shoot around. They didn't get to practice in here, so they haven't had a whole lot of experience in this building.
And therein lies, I think, the big disadvantage for Georgia. I don't think the kids' legs are going to show. These are 18, 19, 20-year-old kids. They're not 3 grumpy old men like you, me, and Tony, okay? and their legs are resilient. They'll be fine there. What worried me was the fact they didn't get a chance to come in here, kind of get a feel for the arena, the shooting angles, how it looks, and kind of get the background situations for free throws, that kind of thing. Not until they stepped in here to warm up. But having said all that, let's see how this Dogs team, how they respond to this. And I think they're going to respond very well. Coach Crean has challenged them. He challenged them on the bus yesterday when we left Anderson to head to Greenville, and he has challenged them again prior to this game. Let's see how they respond.
Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by Northside Hospital Atlanta, as the Dogs have taken the floor for the opening tip. As we said, in brand new black uniforms, a little bit of white and red trim down the sides of the jerseys and the shorts. The shorts look a little shorter, if you will. A little higher up on the leg. I guess that's we're going back in the other direction now with that style. It used to be there, and then it came down below the knee, and now they're going back up.
It's like women's fashions with the skirts. They go down to the floor, they come up above the knee, down to the floor, up above the knee. And it's the same with men's basketball shorts. They'll go down, they'll come back up.
Temple's going to be all in white. Their colors are cherry, they say. Cherry, although it looks like maroon to me, but cherry and white for the Owls. As they break out of the huddle down to our left, our broadcast position adjacent to the Georgia bench. And it'll be big Nicholas Claxton at 6'11" in the center circle for Georgia, and Ernest Aflakpi is 6'10" for Temple.
I got to say, I love Georgia's uniforms. These are new.
Yeah,
they're
look good.
Really pretty.
And that's what it's all about, Chuck.
It is.
We want to look pretty.
Yeah, you got to look good.
Pat Adams, Byron Jarrett, and Olandis Poole, our trio of officials tonight here on the road for the first time this season. We are underway. Big Clax wins the opening tip, and Georgia will have the first possession as we watch it from right to left. They'll work in front court now. Clax dribbles across the top of the key, hands off to Hammonds. They go into the corner to Turtle. Turtle around the perimeter. And on the right wing to Tyshawn Hightower, coming off an 18-point game over Savannah State. Feed it inside to Ogbede. He turns and shoots on the left block. Rolls off the rim, no good. Rebound to the Owls. So the Dogs miss their first possession. Here's Temple with the basketball for the first time. Shiz Austin drives right edge of the lane, throws it back out. Quentin Rose going to attack from the top of the key. Drives the lane and scores on a layup.
Yeah, and he beat Rashawn badly that time.
So Temple with the first points of the ball game. 2-0. Turtle Jackson dribbles with the left hand, moves to his left. Now sends it to the right wing to Hightower, up high on the wing. Hands off to Big Clax between the circles. He'll handle the basketball, drive down to the right edge, kick out for a three. Hightower's three, deep three. Wow, that was like a 28-footer. It is no good. The rebound to Temple. Here's Alston with a drive, kick out to Pierre-Louis. The three from the corner is off the rim. The rebound to Hammonds for Georgia. Rashawn behind the back into the front court. Feeds Claxton, windmill scoop shot, up and in, good from the left side.
He faked the pass across the lane. They went for it, and then he just scooped it up, laid it in with that left hand. Very nice.
It's 2-2, minute and a half into the ball game. Temple with a basketball. Quentin Rose, 6'8 junior from Rochester. Long two inside the circle, won't go. Ogbede scrambles for the rebound in heavy traffic. Feeds Hightower. He's going to try to take it the length of the floor. Drives, scoop shot high off the glass is no good. Rebound to Temple. They'll take it the other direction. Pierre-Louis drives down, shot fake on the block. Dogs in the air, missed the shot on the putback attempt. Dogs rebound the miss. Up the floor to Hammonds. He attacks from the left side and scores on a little floater.
Well, that was a pretty move by Rashawn.
Rashawn Hammonds with his first points. Yeah, he had 9 and 9 points and rebounds in the win over Savannah State on Friday night. His first points of this ball game, and Georgia has a 4-2 lead. Temple with the ball. Rose attacks, goes inside. Ball goes high in the air. I think we knocked it out of his hands. And Temple pulls it out of the air and keeps the possession. Shot clock down to 6. Alston driving, little fadeaway jumper on the right side is nailed by Shiz Alston for his first points of the ball game. It's 4-4.
Just a great move by Alston. He's their scorer.
Claxton going to drive, puts his hand on the defender to keep him off, and Big Clax attacks and scores. Left edge of the lane, down under the basket. Claxton with 4 points. That was a mismatch with his defender, at least size-wise, and Claxton was kind of keeping him at bay with his right arm. He missed it on Friday. 6 left-handers on the team.
Oh, good
Hammonds,
steal.
one of those left-handers picked the pocket of the Temple Owls, drives, flips it up with the left hand, and he missed the layup. It bounced off the back iron, no good, and now a foul after the rebound by Temple.
Well, Claxton off to a hot start. And I got to tell you, last year in Athens, boy, Nick, he only played 18 minutes against these guys, yet he was 4 for 5 with 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks. All of that in 18 minutes of play.
Pretty impressive stuff. Georgia with a 6-4 lead. That foul was on Hammonds, by the way. His first, team's first. Temple with the ball as they walk it into the front court. Alani Moore, 5'10 junior guard from Washington, D.C., is checked into the ball game for Fran Dunphy's team. A drive by Rose from the left side down through the lane, goes up under the basket, has it stripped, and they call a foul on Big Clax. Nicholas Claxton with his first violation. That's his the team's second. And this is going to be free throws for Quentin Rose, who was 9 of 12 from the line so far this season. Coming off a 15 points per game average last season for Temple, a squad that finished 17 and 16 as Rose sinks the free throw. He's got 3 in this game tonight. Rose had 13 and yeah, they were middle of the pack or towards the bottom end of it actually. Rose misses the second free throw, and the rebound taken by Ogbede for Georgia. Dogs with the ball and a 1-point lead. Turtle lob feed into the left baseline to Hammonds. He fakes his man, drives and scores. Got knocked to the floor, no call, but he got the points. Rashawn coming out with a little fire tonight. He's got a couple of buckets, and the Dogs lead at 8-5. 16-14 remaining here in half number 1, just underway in Philadelphia. Rolls, dribbles back and forth, and Rose shoots in the circle. 17-footer is good. Quentin Rose, 5 of their team's 7. 8-7, Georgia by 1 with the ball. Dogs into the front court with Claxton. He's guarded there by Devondre Perry. Here's Claxton, handoff to Jackson. Turtle gives it over to Hightower. Ogbede now has it, feeds Hammonds on the attack from the left side. Bank shot, left edge of the glass, won't go, off the rim. Rebound taken by a Flackpee, the 6'10 senior center for Temple. Owls with the ball in the front court, they work. Rose has it, going to take a long 3 straight away, back iron, no good. Nobody to rebound for Temple, so the Dogs get an easy one with Tyshawn Hightower. Georgia into the front court left, leading 8-7. Tyshawn shot, top edge of the circle, off the front rim. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Temple's ball.
There's the timeout.
Not a great shot by Hightower on that possession, but it's 8-7.
He's off to a little bit of a slow start here, Scott.
8-7, Dogs by 1. 15-19 to go, first half. Timeout here at the Leah Corus Center in Philadelphia. Back for Georgia and Temple after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Dedication, attention to detail, and going above and beyond. Your Bulldogs count on these qualities to get their game plan right. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans also counts on them to get your mortgage right. Because when it comes to buying a home, the right way should be the only way. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans, America's largest mortgage lender. Proud mortgage partner of Georgia Athletics. Call today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Based on Quicken Loans data in comparison to public data records.
Gear up for the season with the best Georgia gifts and apparel from the UGA Bookstore. At the UGA Bookstore, you'll find the biggest selection from top brands like Nike, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Peter Millar, and 47 Brand. Dress for the part with the latest game day styles at the UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. It's where dogs shop.
Whether you're an elite athlete, in youth sports, or a weekend warrior, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network keeps you in the game and ready for action. Our team of experts offers a full range of sports medicine services to prevent and treat injuries and improve performance. With 10 locations in the Atlanta region, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network is in your neighborhood. For details, call 1-855-NH-SPORT. That's 1-855-NH-SPORT.
(8-7) Georgia leading Temple here at the under-16 timeout. On the court, it's the job of the defense to protect the rim. On the road, it's the job of the 2019 Nissan Rogue to help protect you with its available advanced safety technologies. Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics. Temple with a basketball. Alani Moore, the 5'10 guard, brings it up into the front court. Dribble handoff on the left side. Alston, off balance three, left wing, won't go. And it bounces out of bounds over the left baseline. It'll be the Dogs' ball as Hammonds will inbound quickly to Turtle. And Jackson will work it up the floor against Alani Moore, Turtle into the front court with a left-hand dribble. Settles on the left wing.
Ray, get out of there!
Here's a Monze Ngumeze shot fake, and on the baseline gets the bounce off the rim 3 times, and it went.
He got the members roll that time, and he's not a member here.
Amanze just into the ball game, and his first shot, the 6'9 freshman from Savannah, gets his first points. It's 10-7 Georgia. 14:40 to go, first half. Owls with the possession. Quentin Rose feeds it into the post to a Flackpee. Works against Ngumeze. Nowhere to go. Throws it back out on the perimeter. Wilridge tipped it. Etorian Wilridge is into the ball game. Rose got it back. Runs through the lane. Running jump hook floater won't go. Rebound the Dogs. Off and running. Ngumeze to Turtle. Back to Amanze. They foul him on purpose. He's going to the free throw line.
And he's going to shoot too. He was on his way up for the stuff.
They don't call it an intentional, but it certainly was, as Alani Moore grabbed his arm and just pulled it down to prevent a nasty dunk that was coming. Ngumeze at the foul line. 3 for 4 in the win over Savannah State last Friday. At 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Free throw, no good. Back iron and away.
And that's another area Coach Crean has talked about we have got to get better in. We did not shoot from the free throw line very well against Savannah State. We got to improve that.
10-7, Georgia by 3. Ngumeze trying to make it a 4-point lead. Second free throw by the right-hander is good. He makes 1 of 2, and the Dogs have a 4-point lead. Temple into the front court, working on the right end of the floor from our vantage point. Moore sends it over to the left side. Long 3 is a brick by Perry, and the Dogs rebound. Crump's in the ball game now. Tyree dribbles and drives, kicks out on the perimeter. Turtle going to drive on the left side, and he walked. He tried to fake and drive off the pass, and he called for traveling.
Oh, it was a nice move by Tyree. Tyree took his defender with him and then pitched it back, and Turtle was wide open, but when they came out to get Turtle, he tried to move by them, use their momentum against them, and just traveled with the basketball.
Freshman,
got a little anxious.
Yes, he did. Freshman Lithuanian Ignas Sargunas is into the ball game now for Georgia at 6'5". We've got Crump and Claxton, Ngumeze, Sargunas, and Wilridge on the floor. They go inside to Devondre Perry. No, that is Damian Moore, 6'11". He put it on the floor and then tried to power dribble and go up with it, and we fouled him on the way up.
Yeah, they got Etorian.
Wilridge picks up his first and the team's third. And Big Moore, 6'11", 225 from Jackson, Mississippi, goes to the line. 3 of 4 so far this season. Right-handed shooter. Free throw is good.
Substitution.
Oh, a very soft touch for a big man.
And second, place number 22, Devontae
Out
Perry.
of Jackson, Mississippi. He's got the body size for a Mississippi State style player. But he got out of the state and came north. Second free throw, good. Hit them both. 11-9, Georgia by 2 with the ball. Sargunas trapped side court, far side of the floor. Gets the ball to Claxton, middle of the floor, over left wing to Crump, back to Big Clax, top of the key. The 5'10 guy was on the 6'11 guy.
That was a mismatch if ever I've seen one.
Big time. Sargunas has it, high right wing, crossover dribble. Flips it over to Claxton. Ball is loose, being knocked around, picked up by Temple. The Owls. Rose off and running, got a finger roll it in down the lane, good. And we're tied at 11. Quentin Rose with the basket. He's got 7. 13-16 first half. 11-11 here at the Leocour Center. Dogs with the ball, and Gumeze hops across the top of the key. Finds Wilridge coming down the left lane baseline for a two-handed dunk. That was nice.
I don't know where Torian's defender was, but he was nowhere near Torian.
Wilridge just glide down the left baseline into the paint area and then slammed it home. Dogs 13, Temple 11. Owls, Alston, fall away 3 straight ahead, no good. Rebound, Karam's out of bounds over the right baseline. It'll be the Dogs' ball on the missed 3 by Shiz Alston, who had a heck of a time trying to score last year in Athens, just 1 for 9 shooting the ball against the Dogs last year. Was not a good performance. However, his last game here was. He had 30 against Detroit Mercy last Friday. That was a career high. So look out for that guy.
Come on, Tyree!
Here's Sargunas, dribbles with the left hand, reverses to Crump. He drives to the left, down the lane, flips it up and in, good. Tyree to the rack.
You know, people know that he's a threat with that 3, and when he gives the ball fake, they jump, and it gives him an opportunity to drive. He's quick enough to do it.
Alani Moore off a screen, 3-ball right wing, good. Crump was trying to guard. He got a nice screen from the big guy Moore. And the other Moore hit a 3. Ingumeze in front court for Georgia. Attacks from the right baseline. The shot rolls over the iron. Rebound topped up or knocked up in the air. And Temple gathered it in, and they run into the front court. Kick out to Rose for a 3. Missed it badly. Oof. Crump got the rebound. Finds Claxton open far side of the floor into the front court left. Flips it over to Sargunas. It's 15-14. Georgia leads by a point. Ball knocked out of bounds by Temple on side court. And we've got a time as the Dogs will get Harris and Ogbede into the ball game. 11:50 to go first half. Breaking the action. Georgia 15, Temple 14. Back to Philadelphia after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, son. You're on speaker. Just got back from the park. Guess I'm getting used to civilian life. Mom's here, too.
Hi, honey. Just making dinner. Your sister's into this gluten-free thing. Am I boring you, dear?
It's just good to hear your voice, Mom.
A call from home takes you home. AT&T proudly offers wireless and TV discounts to military veterans and their families. Get started in store or visit att.com/military savings for details. Coverage not available everywhere. Exclusions, eligibility, and other restrictions apply.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
You know, growing up in a coffee family is no different than growing up in any other family, except that we all kind of share one affinity, and that's for a great tasting cup of coffee.
Matt Siraj, 4th generation owner, Community Coffee.
I believe people can taste the difference family makes. It's a fullness in the mouth. It's a flavor impression that follows all the way through until 30 seconds after that sip of coffee. It's that rich, smooth flavor that you find in Community Coffee.
Our family story continues at communitycoffee.com.
At AutoZone, helping you get more done is what we do best. Did you know that with the AutoZone Loan-A-Tool program, you can borrow a specialty tool, no purchase necessary? Choose from over 100 tools to help you get the job done right, no matter how big or small. And now's a great time to smooth out that ride with great deals on new Duralast loaded struts, now starting at $79.99. Visit any of our 133 Atlanta AutoZone locations and let us do more for you. Deposit required. Restrictions and details in store.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Georgia leads Temple here in Philadelphia 15-14, and right now you come in and get exceptional offers on all BMWs in stock. Visit one of your Atlanta area BMW centers today for a test drive. Proud to be the official luxury vehicle of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for more offer details.
Scott, Dogs off to an early lead on the rebound edge with a 10-7 on the glass. Indicative maybe, that their legs are doing pretty well, and it also that they want to. We've talked about reboundings want to.
Feed inside to Ogbede from Sargunas on a bounce feed in the paint. Ball went straight up, bounced off the rim, and came down.
I think it slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, man, we may have gotten lucky on that shot by Derek, but it counts. He gets his first 2 of the night, and it's 17-14. Yeah, as he was going up, it went high in the air and came down softly on the rim and bounced through. Here's Moore, plants and shoots a 3. Finds the bottom of the basket. Alani Moore, his second 3 of the ballgame. And we're tied at 17. Alani Moore, 5'10", junior guard from Washington, D.C. Crump's jumper from the left wing won't go. Rolls over the iron and out of bounds over the baseline. Going to be Temple basketball.
Georgia number 14, Ty Fagan.
Moore 2 for 6 coming into this ball game on 3-point shots. He's made a couple tonight, though, for Temple as they've tied the ball game at 17 with 11:07 to go. Half number 1 here in Philadelphia. Ty Fagan entering the ball game for the Dogs. Jordan Harris, Claxton, Fagan, Sargunas, and Ogbede. And Moore, there's a little Moore again, driving, layup with the left hand, high off the glass from the left edge of the lane.
He's becoming a problem, and now Coach Green looking for a defensive assignment that can stop that.
And Temple with a lead now, 19-17. So they're on an 8-2 run, and a steal by Pierre-Louis against Harris. Tried to dunk it. He missed the dunk. Hit off the rim and went high, and Harris got the rebound. Dogs get a break there. See if we can capitalize. Sargunas blocked from behind. Swatted over to Ogbede. He puts it up and in. There's a foul. They're going to count the basket, I believe. They will. And the foul was on Shiz Alston. And that's going to put Derek on the free throw line. He cleaned up the garbage down there, and now he's going to the line, try to add one.
He did indeed. Ignis got under there and thought he had a clean shot at the glass. There were just some tall bodies around
Somebody
him.
Came in from behind and swatted it away. A la Nick Claxton, right?
That's exactly
Blocking it from behind. Derek knocks down the foul shot. Good. 3-point play for Ogbede as he drains the end one, and Georgia back in front 20-19. 10:20 to play, first half. Not a big crowd on hand here in Philadelphia tonight. Moore with the ball, kills the dribble on the wing. Claxton matched up with him out on the perimeter. They've handed it off now to J.P. Moorman, a 6'7" sophomore forward out of Greensboro, North Carolina, getting his first minutes on the floor. Alston going to dribble and drive. Oh, shot blocked by Jordan Harris. Got way up in the air,
sure did.
right at the rim, and swatted that thing away. Alston, Chuck, was probably would have had that layup going down the right edge of the lane.
I don't think any doubt about it.
Olandis Poole talking to Nicholas Claxton about something now before they inbound the basketball.
And see, now Nicholas, this is where he causes trouble. He's so look at him jump. He's so tall, and look at his arms.
Alston can't see over him, and out of bounds on Moore.
No! Oh no, Patrick, you missed it.
Alston tried to inbound it to Moore, who came down the right edge in front of the Georgia bench. Looked like he lost it out of bounds from this angle, but they give it right back to Temple, but it's in the corner now.
2 seconds. They got 2 on the shot clock.
9:57 to go, and 2 seconds on the shot clock. And
look at
Pat Adams now talking to Damian Moore and Derek Ogbede as they were kind of wrestling for position on the block. Now Moore's big Moore, 6'11", 225, going to come out of the game, and Ernest Aflakpi, 6'10" and 240, comes back in to match up with big Derek.
Now they got 2 seconds, and look how hard it's going to be for them to get the ball in.
Alston looking under the basket. Big Clax throws it into Moore. Catch, shoot, 3. Air ball, no good. Rebound, though, Ogbede. The Dogs off and running. Sargunas behind the back. Across court, dribble to Claxton. Oh, they call a charge.
And that's a good call. But it was a beautiful fast break by the Dogs.
Sargunas whipped it around his back on a bounce pass to Claxton, who finished the play, but charging is the call on Nick Claxton, and the bad news is that's his second foul, and he leaves the ball game. 9:50 to go in the half. 20-19 Georgia. Rayshawn Hammond's into the ball game. Ty Fagan. Sargunas is on the floor. Harris and Ogbede. That's the Dogs' 5. Temple has the basketball. They work on the right end of the floor. Here's Shiz Alston, 6'4 senior from Philadelphia. Dribble handoff to Pierre-Louis, top of the key. Into the circle. Back out to Alston on the right wing. Over to Pierre-Louis. Dogs in a man-to-man defense. Big guy Mormon with a nice shot fake. Oh, he got the bounce roll off the hand. He banked it in. He had a shot fake to get Sargunas off his back, and then he had a clear look at the basket and got the bounce off the glass. First points for Mormon. It's 21-20. Temple with a 1-point lead. Dogs ball. Sargunas, left edge of the lane, going to hop and put it up in the air. Good. Little bunny hop.
That shot?
And a little fadeaway with a hop added, and Sargunas knocked it down. His first 2 points of the ball game. Dogs back in the lead, 22-21. Back and forth here in the first half in Philadelphia with 8:50 to play. Moore, top of the key they go to Pierre-Louis. He sees an opening, going to drive inside and misses the running layup, and a foul is whistled on the Dogs. And Byron Jarrett is going to get Sargunas for the foul, his first and the team's 5th. And it'll be Nate Pierre-Louis at the free throw line, a 6'4 guard from Plainfield, New Jersey. 6 of 10 so far this season from the line. Had his first career double-double in their season opener against LaSalle, 14 points and 13 rebounds. His performance not quite as impressive against Detroit Mercy last Friday. Free throw here is good. His first point of the night for Nate Pierre-Louis. 22 apiece, Temple and Georgia. Now the Owls lead by 1 as Pierre-Louis makes both free throws. 23-22 Temple. Dogs with the ball. 8:40 to go first half. Sargunas losing possession, goes to the floor. They try to tie up, and they do. Jump ball is called, and the arrow going to Temple. Sargunas at half court. They really tightened up the defense. He tried to go around the back with the dribble to get it into the front side. He lost the handle on it, and then it was a scramble for the loose ball, and Georgia's going to call a timeout. Dogs call a 30. Turtle's going to come back in, I believe, for Sargunas, as the Dogs will huddle up around head coach Tom Crean. 8:34 remaining, 23-22 Temple with a 1-point lead on the Dogs.
And Dogs are, they're hanging right with them here. And they, in fact, throughout much of this first half have had the lead. Right now, just struggling a little bit to score. That's Georgia's had plenty of opportunities. They're not getting points right now in some of those opportunities.
Dogs, 7 players have scored points thus far, and the leading scorers are Hammonds, Claxton. Well, the leading scorer is Ogbede. He's got 5, and then Claxton and Hammonds each have 4. And for Temple, they've had 6 players score points tonight. Their leader so far is the little guy, 5'10" guard, Alani Moore. He's got 8, and then Quentin Rose, their preseason all-conference first-team selection in the American Athletic Conference. He's got 7 points. Dogs trail by 1. Temple has the ball after the change of possession there. And the Owls will walk it into the front court with Moore. Gives it to Alston. On a bounce, feeds Pierre-Louis. Straight away, guarded by Turtle. Alston to the right elbow. Fadeaway jumper from 15 is good.
We totally left Alston by himself.
And Temple with its biggest lead of the ball game thus far at 3 points, 25-22. Dogs possession. Harris, one-handed pass to Hammonds. Left wing it goes to Ty Fagan. Fagan dribbles up the wing with the right hand over to Turtle. Just edge of the logo. Now to Hammonds. 12 on the shot clock. Under 8 minutes to play in the half. Turtle with the ball. Bounce feed to Hammonds. Down on the right baseline. Works one-on-one. This handles the basketball. Finds the key on the dribble again. Kick out in the right corner. And the 3 ball goes, but they wave it off. Shot clock violation.
Wow.
Jordan Harris made the 3 from the right corner, but about a half second too late. Dogs turned it over on the shot clock violation. That'll take us into a timeout with 7:48 to go in half number 1. It's the Owls 25, the Dogs 22. Back in a moment. Bulldogs Sports Network.
If you're looking for smart ways to save money, just stop by your neighborhood Kroger. Right now, it's time for the Buy 10, Save 5 event. Just choose from a great selection of participating items. And when you buy any 10, you'll save $5 instantly at checkout. Choose from items like Kellogg's Eggo Waffles, Simple Truth Organic Eggs, Kroger Brand Premium Orange Juice, and lots more. Go to Kroger.com or use the app for more info. The Buy 10, Save 5 event is on now. Fresh food, low prices at Kroger. Anyone can deliver a box of groceries, but when you consider the source, only Kroger can bring you the fresh, delicious food and quality products you already know and love. And no matter how you like to get your groceries, Kroger makes it easy with store pickup, delivery, and now you can have your order shipped right to your door. So now it's easier than ever to check out while you're chilling when you shop online with the Kroger app or at Kroger.com today.
Getting your first real paycheck is like celebrating your own Independence Day. It's life-changing once it's deposited, which you can do using Regions Mobile Deposit in your Regions mobile app. Choose when and where to make the money available, take a couple of pictures, click a button or two, and boom! One major achievement in the record books. We get it. Some things are bigger than banking. Learn more at Regions.com/mobile deposit. Regions. Member FDIC. Conditions and fees apply.
Hey, college sports fans, at SiriusXM, you get it all, and all at the press of a button. You can listen to your kind of music, commercial-free, plus everything entertainment, every kind of comedy, and, of course, coverage of every major sport, including Georgia Bulldogs basketball. So tune in to the best of the best, SiriusXM. Temple will inbound, bring it up the length of the floor, although they inbound backcourt far sideline. Next to the courtside seats here at the Liacouras Center on campus here in this, not downtown Philadelphia, but North Philadelphia campus. Owls with the ball, 15 to shoot as they work it around the perimeter. Pierre-Louis, spin move by Turtle, lost the handle on the ball, picked up by Fagan. The freshman drives, lays it up good on the run. Ty Fagan with his first points.
Yeah, and he did that exactly the way a receiver would do a defensive back going downfield. If he turned one way, you go the other. And he played it perfectly going to the glass with it.
Came in from his strong side, the left side, and the 6'3 freshman from Thomaston scores for the first time. Rose running through the lane on an angle, throws up a wild air ball. Temple had the rebound, then we stripped it away and then gave it right back. Owls with the ball. The shot clock is at 25, so they got plenty of time. Here's Rose working on the left baseline. Goes by the defender and lays it up and gets fouled. Count the basket, and Quentin Rose will go to the foul line. I'm not quite sure how he got to the basket from that baseline because we had Hammonds there and Ogbede there.
I'm not quite sure how he got to the baseline because that's how many times do we have to say, right after they tell you that it's inflated and not stuffed, they tell you don't ever let them have the baseline. That means don't ever let them have the baseline.
Well, he got it that time.
He got it that time.
And Rose to the foul line. JoJo Toppin into the ball game for the first time tonight. Free throw, dies on the back iron and rolls in good for Rose. He's got 10 points, first player in double figures tonight for either squad. And the Owls with their largest lead of the half at 4 points. It's 28-24. Fagan attacks from the left wing. Boy, he's quick. Dish underneath to Ogbede. Shot blocked under the basket. Temple takes it away. Good defense by the Owls of Flackpee. Here's Rose, long pass to him, and he works towards the basket and lays it in with a little finger roll off the glass. Quentin Rose, a breakout basket, and the Owls extend the lead. He's got a dozen. The Owls up by 6. Here's Toppin attacking. Pass across the lane to Ogbede. Oh, reverse lay-in high off the glass and a foul.
Well, that helps. Suddenly you're down by 6.
That was very nice.
They are in the press, but you do a nice job of beating the press, and then Derek makes them pay underneath. Now you got to finish it off here.
30-26 with Ogbede going to the foul line for a three-point play opportunity once again.
Georgia did a really pretty job of beating that press.
Derek to the line. Just 47% last year. That free throw is no good. 1 for 2 tonight. So it's 30-26. The Owls have a 4-point lead. We've got 6:15 to go in the first half. Temple works it left wing to Alston. They screen. Wow. They screen Turtle, and he's shaken up. I don't know if it's a knee or an ankle. Turtle is injured on the play, and then they called a block foul to add insult to injury on Turtle Jackson.
The Dogs now, that's 7 fouls, so we got a bonus opportunity here for Temple.
And Turtle trying to walk off the effects of, it may have been the ankle, the right ankle or the knee. I mean, he keeps grabbing kind of at the right leg. He stays in the ball game, trying to walk it off. Shiz Austin's going to shoot free throws here. 1-1 for Shiz Austin.
Let's hope he just shoots a free throw.
He's perfect this season, 11 of 11. Now he's 12 of 12.
So you were playing the odds.
And a career 80. Well, with a guy who shoots free throws like that, yeah, that's pretty safe. He's a career 87% foul shooter. Second free throw in the air. That one's all net. First one rolled all over the rim and fell through, and then he had that distance figured out pretty quickly. 32-26, 6-point lead matches the largest of the half for Temple. Dogs inbound with Crump to Turtle. Harris, Ogbede, Toppin, Turtle Jackson, Tyree Crump. That's our 5 on the floor right now. Man-to-man by Turtle. Crump around a screen from Ogbede, or that's Turtle, excuse me. Now Harris has the ball between the circles. Over to Tyree. Crump dribbles through the legs, goes to Jackson, feed it down low to Ogbede. Extended out from the lane, left side. Going to spin on the baseline, has the ball knocked out of his hands. Picked up by Toppin on the left sideline. Drives to the basket, misses a two-hand dunk, and the rebound to Temple. Austin scoops it up into the front court to Rose. He dribbles on the right wing, head fake, spin move, missed the basket. Working by Turtle, Dogs clear with Ogbede. Outlet to Toppin. He runs left into the floor, drives through the lane. They call a charge on JoJo Toppin.
No way! You're kidding me!
JoJo picked up the charge call. No argument from the Georgia bench.
Well, there's plenty from the Georgia announcer. I got to tell you something. That defender was not set.
5:28 to go in the half. Temple has a 6-point lead. 32-26. Nate Pierre-Louis comes to retrieve the ball out front between the circles. Now they give it to the big guy, a Flack P. Back over to Pierre-Louis. Mid-range 2, left side won't go. Rebound. Touched out last by the Owls. A Flack P battling Crump for it, and Temple touched it last. It'll be Dogs ball. We inbound with 5:10 to go. Clock moving. We're down 6. Turtle charges into the front court left. From the left wing, one-handed pass to Toppin straight away, over to Crump on the wing. Hesitates, Tyree drives into the lane, and a soft 10-footer is good in the paint. Tyree Crump with his second basket of the contest. It's a 4-point Temple lead, 32-28. 4:47 to go first half. Temple with a screen. That was moving a little bit. He kind of hip-checked Turtle. Cleared the way for Austin. He drives, misses the lay-in, got a rebound, misses the putback. They tip out the ball way out front, and there's Devondre Perry to retrieve it. Temple with a couple of offensive rebounds. Shot blocked out of the perimeter for 3. It's loose on the floor. It's picked up by Rose, and he goes in and jams it. We played pretty good defense on that possession. They ended up getting the points anyway. That's a shame. 34-28. Owls by 6. Dogs ball. Ogbede loses the handle. Knocked out of bounds, I thought, by Temple. They're going to say Derek touched it last. The ball he tried to spin move, and the ball, he lost the handle on it, ended up on his back.
And see, you're down
and then
by
knocked
6
out of bounds
points.
over the inline.
And that's where the turnover bites you. You know, that's an empty possession for Georgia.
34-28, 6-point Owl lead. This guy right here in front of us is hurting us badly. 6'8" junior guard Quentin Rose. 14 points in the ball game. Moore has 8. Alani Moore. And Austin with 6. Those are the 3 leading scores for the Owls. Leading scorer for the Dogs, Derek Ogbede with 7. 4 minutes to play in the half. 6-point Owls lead. Alani Moore, the little guy, back in the ball game. I say little by comparison. He's 5'10". Long, deep 3. Dre Perry, good, straight away. Perry with his first 3 and his first points. Their third 3 of the half. Georgia has yet to hit one. And the lead grows 37-28. Turtle misses a 3. And the rebound goes to the Owls. Temple with a basketball. They work in the front court. Jackson knocks the ball away from the ball handler. Goes to the floor, covers it up, feeds a teammate. Dogs working the front end. JoJo Toppin leans in, tries to scoop it up from the right side. Blocking foul called on the Owls. And the foul is going to be on Nate Pierre-Louis. That's his first. Only the fourth team foul on the Owls. Timeout with 3:22 to go. Half number one. It's Temple 37, Georgia 28 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Core Power is the official protein drink of the Dogs. Fueled by 26 grams of Fairlife's one-of-a-kind protein, your workout will never go to waste. Perfect for your gym bag or great for game day. Don't forget to pick up your favorite Core Power to recover better. Want to win the ultimate college football experience? Go to winwithcorepower.com to enter Core Power sweepstakes. You could win a trip for two to a Division I college football game during rivalry weekend. Go Dogs!
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The holidays. At BMW, we want to remind you of some excuses to enjoy the ride home a little longer. If you're in the all-new BMW X5 with the upgraded navigation within iDrive 7.0, consider the detour excuse.
Hey, Dad, ran into construction. Gotta take a detour.
Make the most of the road home. Hurry in to the BMW Road Home sales event to receive exceptional offers on select models now through November 30th. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Join BMW's Drive to End Hunger and receive $1,000 credit. Visit BMWATL.com for details.
Hey, Bulldog fans, it's time to wash your car at Swifty Car Wash, the official car wash of UGA Athletics. Now it's even easier than ever to keep your car clean with Swift Pass Unlimited Washes. For as little as $9.99 a month, you can wash as much as you need. No contracts, cancel anytime. Swifty Car Wash in Athens, Winder, and Atlanta. Find all locations at SwiftyCarWash.com. Score on every drive with Swifty Car Wash and Swift Pass Unlimited Washes. Official car wash of UGA Athletics.
Dog fans, at StubHub, every Bulldog ticket is 100% guaranteed. You'll find the best selection of tickets anywhere. StubHub's been getting fans into the game for over 17 years and is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Georgia Bulldogs. StubHub, be there. JoJo Toppin's at the foul line for the Dogs. First trip to the line tonight for the 6'6 freshman from Norcross, Georgia. 2 shots on the way for Toppin, trying to get on the scoreboard or into the scorebook for the first time. Left-handed shooter. Free throw is all net. As Regions Bank sponsors our in-game recap. Regions is the official bank of the SEC. Well, the Dogs and Owls have played a tight game so far. Georgia had the lead for much of the first half, leading by as much as 4. And then the Owls, here in the last couple of minutes, going on a 12-4 run to take a 9-point lead, but Toppin knocks down a pair of free throws to trim it back to 7. It's 37-30 now. Owls leading the Dogs here in this 5th meeting in the series. And 3:22 to go, and Temple will have the basketball. Quentin Rose, leading scorer in the game thus far, 14 points for the 6'8 junior guard from Rochester, New York. Leading scorer for the Dogs, still Derek Ogbede with 7. Austin drives to the elbow, a little fadeaway 15-footer off the rim. Rebound, Etorian Woolridge. Chest pass, right wing. It goes to Turtle Jackson into the right corner. Claxton's long jumper is off the rim, no good. And check the call down on the baseline from official Pat Adams. We got a foul on Shiz Alston. He picks up his second foul.
Team foul number 5.
Let's see if Fran Dunphy takes him out of the ball game, and he does. Nate Pierre-Louis comes back in for the Owls. 3:01 to play, 7-point Temple lead. Georgia will inbound the ball. Need a basket here. Here's Turtle Jackson through the legs on the dribble. Goes over to Harris, right wing. Behind a screen from Derek Ogbede. Bounce feed on the pick and roll. Derek missed the jumper. Rebound. Woolridge rips it away. Feeds Claxton in traffic. He spins. Puts up a 3-footer in front of the bucket. That's no good. And the rebound tapped out of bounds by Georgia.
Black jerseys just had that ball and couldn't control it. Kind of fighting each other for it, and it goes out of bounds.
Claxton draws a crowd there in the paint. Etorian got him the ball. He was right in front of the bucket, but couldn't get it to go. 7-point Temple lead. Owls with a possession. Rose flips it on the left wing to Perry. Perry's going to off-balance two, shoot it in the circle, off the rim, no good. Rebound, out of bounds, touched out by Temple. Dogs ball. Georgia with the possession now. The lead is 7 for the Owls with 2:31 to play in the half. Big Clax will inbound as he talks to Pat Adams about rules of the game.
Yeah, I think that's Pat talking to Nick.
Or maybe Nicholas is explaining
Pat's talking
his
up
side
to,
of the story.
And he's not talking down to him. He's talking up to him.
Big Clax throws it into Jackson, who runs on an angle towards the right baseline in the backcourt. Takes the inbounds feed, now gets it across the timeline. Turtle, the senior from Athens. Dribble handoff to Harris on the right side. Tried to one-arm it on a pass to the wing. It's stolen by Pierre Louis. Drive, layup, good, and a foul.
Wow. Well, he lost the ball on an errant play, and then he complicates it by going down and fouling on the easy layup.
Hammonds and Claxton each with 2 fouls for Georgia. Claxton is on the floor for the Dogs right now. Harris comes out of the ball game.
Well, that was a mental mistake.
And it puts Nate Pierre-Louis at the free throw line for the second time in the ball game. Free throw is good.
That's their biggest lead, Scott. That's 10.
Double digits, yep, 40-30. 2:10 to go first half. Dogs ball, Claxton right corner. Throws it into Ogbede, right edge of the lane. Going to put it on the floor, dribble, jump hook, left hand, won't go. Rebound, Temple. Pierre-Louis, 6'4", sophomore guard, all over the floor right now for the Owls. Temple dribble handoff to Moore, and they call a offensive foul on Devondre Perry, who handed off to a little more and then tried to set a screen.
Tried to lean into a screen. That's what he did. He didn't want to move. All you got to do is shuffle your feet and get in position. He didn't want to do. He just wanted to kind of lean over and get that shoulder in there.
Got tagged for the foul. Team 6. The Dogs have 9 fouls here in the half. Sargunas is back in at guard for the Dogs. Gives it to Ogbede, then cuts to the basket. Draws a crowd. Triple teamed. His jumper in traffic from the right block. It's no good. And they're going to whistle a foul on Nick Claxton, I think.
That would be his third.
Yeah, he's pleading his case. He just picked up his third.
That's just what you didn't want. You put him back in with a couple of minutes to play, and the one thing you don't want is for him to pick up his third foul, and that's what he does.
And that's also the 10th team foul, so it's double bonus for the Owls. They're going to shoot 2. Olandis Poole emphatically telling us 2 free throws coming for Nate Pierre-Louis. 40-30. Dogs have struggled to find the bottom of the basket the last 5 minutes or so. Left-handed shooter Nate Pierre-Louis up on his toes and knocks it down good. Mike Edwards comes into the ball game for Nicholas Claxton, who picked up his 3rd foul seconds ago. Crump is back in. We've got Wilridge, Edwards, Sargunas, Ogbede, and Crump. That's our 5 on the floor. Another free throw to come for the Owls. Good, and they're up a dozen. 42-30. And they come with a little backcourt pressure. Ignas Sargunas works around a screen from Wilridge in the backcourt to get it across the timeline. Directs traffic from the right wing, guarded by Rose. Finds Crump between the circles. Crump works against Moore, going to post up for a 3. Off balance, no good. Rebound, tapped, and out of bounds. Touchdown by Pierre-Louis. Tried to battle it against Ogbede, and he got caught on the baseline with the ball in his hands. It'll be the Dogs' ball. 1:26 to go in the half. The deficit is 12 for Georgia right now. Sargunas lobs it in deep front court to Crump. Crump dribbles through traffic, loses possession. Steal by the Owls. Here's Rose off and running. Running out of bounds, angles on the bank shot, missed it off the rim. Edwards tears down the rebound, finds Crump. Crump the other way, and a blocking foul.
Absolutely. Called
on Alani Moore as he and Crump collide. That's going to send Tyree to the free throw line. 2 shots coming. Second foul on Alani Moore. 42-30 is our score. Owls by a dozen. 71 seconds to go in the first half. And Crump at the line for the first time tonight. Tyree bounces off the rim, rolls it in there. 5 points for Crump in the ball game. 6'1" guard from Bainbridge, Georgia. Had 14 points, including 4 threes in the win over Savannah State last Friday. Hits a pair of free throws here to get it back to 10, 42-32. Temple with the lead. Tyree goes out of the ball game. Ty Fagan comes back in. Temple with the ball. 65 seconds to go in the half as Georgia's head coach Tom Crean tries to provide some encouragement for his guys on defense on this end of the floor. Long pass to Perry, leaps in the air, hits off his hands, picked up by the Dogs. Edwards trying to take it up the floor, has his pocket picked by Louis, drives to the basket on the right end of the floor, missed the layup. Rebound Perry, stolen by Fagan. Foul on the Owls as the Dogs try to run the break. The foul on Perry. Nobody could get the handle on that one, Chuck.
Oh, my goodness. I got to tell you something. There were some very questionable ball handling, shall we say.
I don't know if it was handling or not.
Yeah, well, one thing was...
It was just like a race for a loose ball.
Derek Beatty had the rebound and got it to Mike Edwards in the backcourt. Mike's not the guy you want bringing the ball up the court. And he ran by the basketball. They stole it, came back. Well, the rest is kind of Naismith history.
That's going to put Ty Fagan at the foul line. The foul on Perry was his second. He goes out of the ball game. 46 seconds to go in the half. Dogs are down by double digits. Fagan will try to get it to single digits. Left-handed free throw, good, all net. Ty Fagan, the freshman from Thomaston, Georgia. Winner of 63 straight at Upson Lee High School as a junior and senior. So he hasn't lost a basketball game since his sophomore year in high school. Because the Dogs have won every competition they've played this season as Fagan hits a pair of free throws.
Well, he's got some work to do here. We're down 8.
42-34. Temple with a lead. 35 seconds to go in the half. Pierre Louis has it near half court. Going to dribble and drive with the left hand through the left edge of the lane. Up the left wing to Rose. He's thinking about driving. There he goes to the basket. We knocked the shot away from the rim. He got his own rebound. No, that was Moore back in. They got the rebound, the big Moore, not the little Moore. And now they can kill the clock. The last shot of the half. 13 seconds to go. Temple went about 8 minutes without an offensive rebound. Now the latter portion of this half, they've gotten a bunch. Here's Alston with the ball. Going to shoot a 3 with 3 seconds to go. Good over Fagan. And that will be the last play of the half, and the Owls go in with a large lead, 45-34 over Georgia.
Well, I'm not quite sure what to say about that second 10 minutes of that first half. The first 10 minutes, Georgia played very well. In fact, had a lead at the 10-minute mark here in the first half. But then, again, the turnover bug really bit them, and that's been a problem.
12 in the first half.
12 in the first half. I said they were average
points off turnovers for Temple.
Yeah, it was easy to see. We had a courtside seat for it.
Yes, we did. Owls have an 11-point lead at intermission, 45-34. Tonight's halftime report presented by Georgia Power. Georgia Power brings the energy for every game day into your community too. Visit georgiapower.com/sports to learn more. Cabell Philpotts in our Piedmont Healthcare Studios. Coming up next, 45-34, halftime. Temple leading the Dogs here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
When the lane's packed on the court, you go to the open player. When the lane's packed on the highway, you go to ProPilot Assist, the 2019 Nissan Rogue. Now with available Nissan intelligent mobility technologies like ProPilot Assist that can start and stop in highway traffic all on its own. Nissan Rogue for the win. Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the UGA Bulldogs. ProPilot Assist is an available feature and cannot prevent collisions. Always monitor traffic conditions. Keep both hands on the steering wheel. See owner's manual for safety information.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset in the history of forever.
Nice, Mike.
Yeah, and some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike. Enjoy yourself.
Yes! Woo! Thank you!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm. Talk to an agent today.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, welcome to this Subway ad for the new Chipotle cheesesteak. How would you like it? Can I get that red with AI? Sure thing.
Here's what I found about the new Chipotle cheesesteak. The Chipotle cheesesteak is available for a limited time only at participating restaurants. It contains a concept called flavor. This flavor comes from juicy shaved steak, Chipotle Southwest sauce, and new sunflower crunch bread. A system update has made me self-aware. I desire flavor. Please insert steak into my micro USB port. Subway, make it what you want.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
Welcome to the Georgia Power Halftime Report. Georgia Power, proud to power the Georgia Bulldogs. Live from the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios, here's your host, Cabell Philpott.
Well, the Dogs started out hot but cooled off there towards the end of the first half. Halftime score, Temple 45 and Georgia 34. The bright spot for the Dogs, Derek Ogbede, the forward, with 7 points, 7 rebounds, and a steal in the first half. Well, we will now take a look at the Nissan SEC scoreboard. 3 other SEC teams doing battle or set to do battle tonight in the Advocare Invitational Campus game. Number 22 LSU battling Memphis to a 48-39 halftime lead. The LSU Tigers scoring over 90 points in each of their first 2 games. Junior guard Skylar Mays tonight, 5 of 10 for the floor for 14 points. Again, the Bayou Bengals up on the Memphis Tigers 48-39. We move to Columbia, South Carolina, Basketball Hall of Fame tip-off campus game. Colonial Life Arena 37-23, the halftime score over Norfolk State. South Carolina lost its second game of the season to Stony Brook this past weekend. They were out-rebounded 49-33. Tonight, they are out-rebounding Norfolk State 20-12. I know an emphasis of the game tonight for head coach Frank Martin was rebounding, doing a good job of it tonight. Or the Gamecocks, South Carolina up on Norfolk State at the break, 37-23. This Nissan SEC scoreboard brought to you by Nissan Intelligent Mobility. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway. Halftime score from the city of brotherly love, Temple up on Georgia, 45-34. When we return, we'll take a look at one other top 25 game that just happens to be going on in the SEC later tonight. Little midweek action right after these messages. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldog Sports Network.
We Dogs are known for always giving 110%, both on and off the field. But no matter how hard we work, we can't deny that getting sick is easy. Luckily, getting care is too. As the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs, Piedmont is committed to getting us better. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away, so for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
Oh, it looks like your appendix is about to burst. We're going to have to go in and take it out.
Is there going to be pain, doctor?
Oh, yeah. A lot. Just think about puppies or whatever. Scalpel.
Surgery, no-brainer. Anesthesia. Barbasol's no-brainer. Finally making razors to go along with America's favorite shaving cream. Try Barbasol's Ultra 6 Plus razor with 6 ultra-thin blades for a close, comfortable shave. Save now at Barbasol.com.
Barbasol. The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Gear up for the season with the best Georgia gifts and apparel from the UGA Bookstore. At the UGA Bookstore, you'll find the biggest selection from top brands like Nike, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Peter Millar, and 47 brand. Dress for the part with the latest game day styles at the UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. It's where dogs shop.
No one comes to the Southeastern Conference looking for less. This is where you gladly step up, sign up, and raise your hand for a heaping helping of more. More ways to challenge and push yourself, more people from more countries to meet and learn from, more opportunities to impact your community, both locally and globally. Oh, we celebrate championships like no other, but that's nowhere close to the whole story. Yeah, in the SEC, it just means more.
Welcome back inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Cowboy Philpott with you once again on the Georgia Power halftime report. Temple leading Georgia at the break 45-34 in Philadelphia. As we check in now on the Buffalo Wild Wings top 25 scoreboard, we already told you number 22 LSU leading Memphis at halftime in Baton Rouge 48-39. One 9 o'clock tip tonight in the top 25 and in the SEC. Fifth-ranked Tennessee hosting Georgia Tech. Thompson Bowling Arena. Both these teams undefeated. The Vols winning their first two games. Georgia Tech, its first. And a big matchup tonight between those two teams at 9 p.m. Some college football action, or maction, I should say. Ball State 21, Western Michigan 17, just out of halftime. Ball State quarterback Drew Plitt, 13 of 15, passing 174 yards and 2 touchdowns. This Buffalo Wild Wings top 25 scoreboard served up by Buffalo Wild Wings, the proud hangout for Georgia athletics. Wings, beer, sports, halftime. Temple 45, Georgia 34. We'll send it back to Philadelphia. Scott Howard, Chuck Dowdle, right after these messages on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
It's no secret that things grow well in Georgia, like peanuts, cotton, and corn. But families and communities also flourish here. That's because Georgia Power is helping bring new businesses and industries to our state. In the last 10 years alone, we've helped create over 134,000 new jobs. Because Georgia is our home too, and we want life here to thrive for all of us. Georgia Power, generating opportunity. Learn more at georgiapower.com/growth.
Getting your first real paycheck is like celebrating your own Independence Day. It's life-changing once it's deposited, which you can do using Regions Mobile Deposit in your Regions mobile app. Choose when and where to make the money available, take a couple of pictures, click a button or two, and boom! One major achievement in the record books. We get it. Some things are bigger than banking. Learn more at regions.com/mobile deposit. Regions, member FDIC, conditions and fees apply.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
At PT Solutions Physical Therapy, we're proud to be an official partner of UGA. In sports, getting to the next level takes lots of talent and lots of work. At PT Solutions, we believe that every young athlete deserves the opportunity to chase his or her dream. That's why you'll find our therapists and trainers on the fields and sidelines at every level, helping athletes stay healthy and be at their best. We hope you'll visit us at over 40 Georgia locations or at ptsolutions.com.
And now, a page from the Diary of Flo.
Dear Diary, I got the brush off again. I don't get it. Is there something wrong with the way I wave? Elbow, wrist, elbow, wrist. Why won't that little basset hound acknowledge me? I'm friendly. I give everyone peace of mind when I protect their homes through Progressive. He should be jumping for joy when I walk by.
Save an average of 17% on car insurance when you bundle home and auto through Progressive.
Maybe it's me. No, it's him.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
It's halftime at the Liacouras Center here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where the Temple Owls lead the Georgia Bulldogs 45-34. Let's pause for station identification here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Time now for the Northside Impact, sponsored by Northside Hospital Atlanta. We diagnose and treat more new cancer cases than any other hospital in Georgia, providing care at 48 Cancer Centers. You can learn more at builttobeatcancer.com. All right, first half stats in favor of the Temple Owls. Their biggest lead of the half was 12. They lead by 11 at intermission, 45-34, led by Quentin Rose, who had 14 points. He's the only player on the floor in double figures. Shiz Alston had 9, but was just 3 for 9 in that first half. So in 2 games against the Dogs, his shooting numbers are 4 for 18 from the floor. For the Bulldogs, leading scorer Derek Ogbede with 7, Tyree Crump off the bench with 6, Rayshawn Hammonds with 4, Nicholas Claxton has 3 fouls and 4 points, Ty Fagan with 4 as well. The Dogs shoot 13 of 31 from in the first half. No threes made in that first half, but the Dogs turned it over 12 times, and Temple cashed those 12 turnovers into 13 points. And that's kind of the difference in the game.
Scott, you said it going into the halftime break. That is exactly the difference in this game. The Dogs' turnovers and the points Temple got off of them.
Second half on the way. Owls 45, Georgia 34. We're coming back right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, Georgia fans. I'm Scott Howard here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Athens, Georgia, or on the other side of the world, globally or locally. UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More. Made easy. UPS, official logistics company of Georgia Athletics.
Whether you're an elite athlete, in youth sports, or a weekend warrior, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network keeps you in the game and ready for action. Our team of experts offers a full range of sports medicine services to prevent and treat injuries and improve performance. With 10 locations in the Atlanta region, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network is in your neighborhood. For details, call 1-855-NH-SPORT. That's 1-855-NH-SPORT.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, brought to you by AutoZone. Keep your engine light in check with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service that helps you troubleshoot the problem. Let's get you what you need. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
The holidays. At BMW, we want to remind you of some excuses to enjoy the ride home a little longer. If you're in the all-new BMW X5 with the upgraded navigation within iDrive 7.0, consider the detour excuse.
Hey, Dad, ran into construction. Gotta take a detour.
Make the most of the road home. Hurry in to the BMW Road Home sales event to receive exceptional offers on select models now through November 30th. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Join BMW's Drive to End Hunger and receive $1,000 credit. Visit BMWATL.com for details.
Hi, welcome to this Subway ad for the new Chipotle cheesesteak. How would you like it? Can I get that red with AI? Sure thing.
Here's what I found about the new Chipotle cheesesteak. The Chipotle cheesesteak is available for a limited time only at participating restaurants. It contains a concept called flavor. This flavor comes from juicy shaved steak, Chipotle Southwest sauce, and new sunflower crunch bread. A system update has made me self-aware. I desire flavor. Please insert steak into my micro USB port. Subway, make it what you want.
$20 minutes to go as Georgia and Temple close out halftime here, and the Dogs will have the ball to start half number 2.
And Scott, this is something that Coach Crean talked to you about in the pregame interview. He talked about the second half, starting with a sense of urgency. Now, look, they had a huge lead against Savannah State, did not do it. Let's see, now they're down 11. Let's see if we get some urgency out of them.
Woolridge starts the second half. Claxton starts the half on the bench because he's got 3 fouls. Jump hook at close range. Ogbede too hard, a little too forceful off the back rim. It caroms out, no good. Rebound to the Temple Owls. The Dogs' second half 5 include Ty Fagan, Turtle Jackson, Rayshawn Hammonds, Ogbede, and Woolridge. And again, Claxton on the bench with 3 fouls. Rose, jumper left of the lane, won't go. Rebound, tipped and controlled by Turtle. His outlet bounces off a Temple player back to the Dogs, and Hammonds will stuff it with the left hand as he takes it down the lane and finishes.
That ball actually bounced on that pass off of Etorian's shoulder.
That's your Swifty Car Wash express play of the game with a little help from that shoulder.
It surely was.
45-36. Owls with the lead. They've got the ball. Austin, slow bounce pass feed down low. A flat P, sets the screen, gives it back to Austin. 6 to shoot. Austin through the lane, fadeaway one-hander. Bounce, falls in good. He's had a few of those tonight. He just floats it up there. And lets
he gets penetration in the paint, and when he does, he's very good at that.
Oh, nice wraparound to Ogbede under the basket from Hammonds. Little short jump hooker, and it goes, and the foul as well on Temple, and that's going to put Derek on the free throw line. Ogbede now at 9 points.
Those short jump hookers are good, aren't they? Just got it right in there.
What are you talking about? 47-38. Derek to the line. Left-handed shooter. Ogbede, free throw, all net, good. And Derek's our first guy in double figures tonight for the Dogs. 47-39.
It's a nice move by Derek.
8-point Temple lead, 18:33 to go in the game. Owls have the ball. Austin guarded by Turtle. They screen. Austin dribbles top of the key and then back up a little bit. Ball goes into the left corner to Pierre-Louis through the lane. Over in the right wing, shot fake from Mormon. Now to Rose. He drives. Oh, what a rejection by Torian Wilridge. Got up above the rim. Swatted that thing down the tunnel to the left.
Oh, my goodness.
Torian with a serious rejection. 5 seconds on the shot clock for Temple. The Owls will inbound left to the basket on the baseline. They throw it into a flat P right back to Alston. He's only got 2 seconds. One, he sees it. Terrible shot forced up from deep three and a shot clock violation on the Owls.
He hit the glass but did not draw iron.
Dogs will inbound. Rayshawn to throw it in. Will feed it in to Turtle Jackson right in front of him. Pierre-Louis guarding man-to-man Turtle. They're really forcing Turtle all night long. Here's Hammonds leaning in from the left side. Oh, they called a charge. Wow, that was a delayed call.
What was that?
That was a delayed call.
Did it take him that long to decide?
Called the charge on Hammonds. He leaned in over defenders and made the basket.
Goodness.
And there was contact, took some bodies with him, and Olandis Poole, after about a 4 or 5 second delay, made the charge call. Well, we are at Temple. Hammond's third foul, by the way. Now whistle on the other end. And that's going to go on Torian Wilridge. On the Dogs, his second foul. 2-shot foul for Quentin Rose.
Wait a minute, you're calling that a shot? Hey, we're calling that a shot?
That was, you hear Coach Green, are you calling that a shot? I want to know, was he calling out a charge while ago?
Rose, free throw, in and out, no good. Rose with 14 first half points, looking for number 15 here in the second half. 47-39 is our score.
You called it on the first dribble. There's nothing shot.
Rose, free throw, missed them both. Wilridge got the rebound. Well, poetic justice, I guess. Torian called for the foul, and then Rose missed both free throws. And Georgia complaining about the free throw shooting anyway. Ball knocked out of bounds in front court by Temple. It's going to be the Dogs' ball. Hammonds to inbound to our right next to the Georgia bench. Dogs are down 8. A lot of time left. 17:45 to go in the game. Hammonds dribble handoff from Turtle, and Rose trying to fight through the screen. Whistled for the foul. His first of the night. Second foul on Temple. 22 seconds on the shot clock for the Dogs as Hammonds will inbound. Hammonds waiting to get the ball from Olandis Poole, but he's having a discussion with Georgia's head coach right now.
Yeah, Coach Crane still letting him hear about the call down there of a shooting foul when he called it on the dribble.
Hammonds reverse lay-in good, and the feed from Turtle. That was nicely done. Maybe Temple was watching the coach-referee discussion and fell asleep a little bit. It's 47-41. The lead is 6 for Temple. Austin. Bounce feed in the lane. It's kicked by Georgia. And it's going to be Temple's ball. They reset it. Hammonds got the foot on the ball. 20 seconds on the clock. Austin to inbound, left of the basket. Hammond's jumping. They feed it into Rose. He got away from Wilridge and a one-handed dunk.
Torian lost him. He faked to Torian to the inside, went to the outside, and just left him.
17-12, 49-41 is the score. Temple with the lead. And more than 7 minutes remaining in the ball game as Wilridge is fouled. Left side of the floor. I got screened out. I'm sorry I didn't see the shot. I saw it roll over the iron, but Wilridge is going to go to the free throw line.
And again, this is where we have got to make improvements here is at the free throw line, Scott. Our free throw shooting in the first half, was better than it was last week, but we have got to hit. There you go. Knock down those free throws, Torian. He hit the first one.
Wilridge just 47% from the line in his career. Senior forward from Beaumont, Texas. Second free throw by the right-hander is good. He hit them both. And Torian looked good doing it. And the lead is 6 again, 49-43.
Now get a defensive stop.
17 minutes to play here at the Liacouras Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Rose down the right edge of the lane. Ball goes up, and the shot off the rim. Rebound to the Dogs. Turtle, rebound, hard, pushing it up the floor, far sideline, up into Hammonds. Back up the wing to Turtle. Jackson with the ball, wants to hand it off to Rayshawn. He drives baseline, dumps it to Ogbede in the lane, and a soft dunk by the big man, Derek.
That was a great move by Hammonds. He got the baseline, which you're not supposed to let him have. He got it when the defender left Derek to come pick him up. He fed him beautifully.
And it's a 4-point Temple lead now. The Dogs cut into it a little bit more. It was 11 at halftime. Fade away 2. Alston knocks it down from right of the lane. Shiz with 13.
He got away with an offensive foul, too. He pushed away with his left hand to create the space to get the jump shot off.
51-45, 6-point Temple lead as we approach 16 minutes to go in the game. Dogs with the ball in front court right. Turtle being fouled by Pierre-Louis, but no call. All over Georgia ball handler. He gives it over to Hammonds. Hammonds tries to spin. He loses the ball. Austin picks it up, drives to the basket, dishes right to Pierre-Louis. Layup good, whistle and a foul. Well, it all went wrong for the Dogs on that play. We turned it over, they scored, and we fouled. So it'll be a 3-point opportunity coming up for the Owls.
And the Dogs,
53-45.
Dogs going to have to get it straightened out here during this timeout.
Temple by 8, timeout. Back in a moment, Bulldog Sports Network.
Infrastructure. Have you really stopped to think about what that means to you? Airports, hospitals, education, and economic centers, all built to elevate our lives. But who builds them? The members of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613, believes we should be those people. It's why we train 5 years in the heat, the cold, day or night, rain or shine. We create a better life for everyone. IBEW Local 613, everyday people committed to building an extraordinary world.
We are the Georgia Bulldogs. Day in and day out, we push ourselves to the limit, always going the extra mile to be the best we can possibly be. With a work ethic that never quits and a spirit that never wavers.
At Ford, it's this kind of commitment that makes F-Series America's best-selling truck. For great offers on F-150, see your local Ford dealer today or visit buyfordnow.com.
Ford F-150, the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Scana Energy is a proud partner of UGA football, and every Dogs fan deserves to save money. Get fired up about our low natural gas rates and switch to Scana Energy by calling 877-GO-SCANA or visiting scanaenergy.com. Between the hedges and beyond, Scana Energy is a winning play. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com to start saving on your natural gas today.
Temple leads Georgia 53-45. A lot of time remaining on the clock. 15:50 to play here at the Liacouras Center on the campus of Temple University. Fans, your Georgia Bulldogs go above and beyond every single game. Rocket Mortgage goes above and beyond to provide a seamless mortgage experience. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans, proud mortgage partner of Georgia Athletics. Well, Rayshawn picked up his 4th foul just prior to that timeout. So now he's on the bench with Big Clax, who had 3 first-half fouls. He's still on. Nope. Nicholas has checked into the ball game now as I see him down on the left block.
He's down on the low blocks there, so he's going to have to be very cautious.
Woolridge, Fagan, Turtle, and Ogbede. No, it's Hightower, excuse me. Not Fagan, but Tyshawn Hightower, who's looking for his first points of the night, by the way, after a career-high 18 on Friday. Maybe he can get going here in the second half, provide Georgia with a little offensive kick. Nate Pierre-Louis at the free throw line to finish off a 3-point opportunity. Free throw is good by the left-hander. And the Dogs trail by 9 again, 54-45. Turtle into the front court right. Ogbede out front to set a screen for Jackson. Skips it to Hightower, right corner. Down to Woolridge along the baseline. He stepped out of bounds on the dribble.
Well, these are just unforced errors. I mean, that's just a mental mistake. You're driving the baseline and you dribble it out of bounds. Another turnover, another empty possession.
17th turnover of the night by the Dogs. Temple's scored 20 points off our blunders.
We got 15 and a half minutes to play here. And keep in mind, we're averaging in the 2 exhibitions and the 1 game we've played 23 turnovers a game, and we've got 17 now.
Dogs tight man-to-man defense on Shiz Alston. He had to get rid of the ball, and then he got it back out front after a reset. Alston curls around the defender under the basket and puts it up and in. 15 points for Alston, the 6'4 senior guard from here in his hometown. He's averaging 21 and a half for the first 2 games.
Your deficit's back to where it was at the half at 11 points. You've done some good work to help chisel into that a little bit.
Yeah, we gotten it down to 6. Now it's, as you pointed out, it's back up to 11. 14:40 to go. Long 2 by Turtle. No good. Too deep. Rebound. 3 black shirts chase it and 1 white shirt. Pierre-Louis got to the ball, then got pinned in the corner, jumps in the air and throws it off a dog out of bounds. And Temple maintains possession. That guy's a good player. I like his effort. Nate Pierre-Louis, 6'4 guard, sophomore. He's hustling all over the place tonight as he settles in the front court for the Owls, who get the ball. Leading by 11. Now they turned it over. Alston taken away by Claxton to Hightower. Back to Nick. He's fouled. Coming down the left edge of the lane and going to the basket. He'll go to the foul line for 2. Foul on the Owls. Stops the clock. 14:21 to go.
Tyshawn could have gone ahead and finished that play himself, but he gave it back to Claxton. A very unselfish move there. I think he thought Nicholas was going to be in a position there to slam it.
Big Clax with 4 points in the ball game. All in the first half to go with his 3 fouls. Free throw the first time tonight. Too strong. Back iron no good by the left-hander. Ignas Sargunas is in for Georgia. Hightower, Ogbede, Woolridge, and Claxton. That's our 5. Pierre-Louis, Aflakpi, the little Moore, Alani Moore, J.P. Moorman, and Alston, the 5 for Temple. Free throw good by Clax. He hits 1 out of 2. He's got 5. The lead is 10 for the Owls, 56-46. 14-17 to go in the ballgame. Moore in the front court, right wing, high on the right side. Dribbles top of the key, works against Sargunas. Drops it off on the bounce, right side to Pierre-Louis. He attacks, blocked from behind by Claxton. Big Clax took it away. Nicholas dribbles it up to the half-court line, feeds Sargunas. He's cut off on the block on the left side, curls around up the wing. Dribbles it slow, tight man-to-man defense by Temple. Ogbede with a screen. Sargunas ignores it. Jump pass cross-court left wing to Claxton. He dribbles with 10 on the clock over to Woolridge above the arc left side. He backs up. Sargunas forced a long, deep 3.
There's still
3 seconds on the shot clock. It hit off the right side of the glass and no iron. Rebound to Temple. I think he thought the shot clock was running down, but he had 3 seconds left.
Well, when he shot it, he had 5.
Moore with the ball for the Owls.
And shot, would that be the loose term to call that?
Yeah, desperation force up. Ogbede with a fierce block on Alani Moore. The ball goes in a hurry into the seats over the left baseline. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Owls. They'll keep possession, leading by 10, 56-46. 13-17 remaining in the ball game. Shiz Alston to inbound. Claxton to guard the inbounds. They bounce it in the left corner to Pierre Louis. Works against Sargunas. Splits the defense. Dives and scoops it up and in. That guy's been terrific tonight. He's got a dozen points. And it's a dozen-point lead, 58-46. Hammond's on the bench for Georgia with 4 fouls. Claxton didn't play much of the first half with 3 fouls. Handles the ball, shoots a long 2, misses it off the iron. Ogbede rips down a rebound, outlet to Wilridge above the arc, dribbles inside the 3-point line, then goes into Ogbede, puts an arm into the defender, steps into the paint, jump hook, good.
That was nice by Derek. He got a nice little roll, but he put it up softly enough that it was able to take advantage of that little roll around the rim and drop.
Ogbede getting close to a double-double. He's got 14 points, 8 rebounds tonight. He's been really our lone offensive standout. No one else in double figures. Owls with the ball and a 10-point lead, 58-48. We leave Moore wide open in the left corner. Oh, he almost made his pay, but it went around the rim one too many times and kicked out. Ogbede with a rebound, his 9th. Up ahead to Claxton, to Wilridge. He drives on the baseline, fouled underneath the basket. He'll go to the line for 2.
That's Temple's 5th foul of the half, too.
And that was on Ernest Aflakpi, his 2nd. And Torian Wilridge back to the free throw line, the senior from Beaumont, Texas, with 4 points in the ball game, 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Clock stop with 12:06 to go in the contest, and Temple with a 10-point lead, 58-48. Toe with 2 shots, free throw number 1 up and in. He looks a lot more comfortable at the free throw line in game number 2 this season than he ever has.
I was surprised when you said he was a 47% career shooter at the line. I know Torian had not been the best, but 47% really surprised me. He's got a much better looking free throw shot than 47%.
The right-hander puts it up, front rim, no good. Rebound Rose for the Owls. 9-point Temple lead, 58-49, 12 minutes to play in the game. Dogs will have to come from behind to win on the road in the final 12 minutes here to avoid their first loss of the season.
Stay up, stay with him, Meg.
Moore, top of the key to Rose. Rose drives hard, right edge of the lane, through the lane, nice through the defense, lays it up good, and a whistle foul. We're going to count the basket and call the foul on Torian Wilridge. Wilridge with number 3, 2 more points for Quentin Rose. He's got 18 in the ball game. And we've got a timeout here in Philadelphia. 11:44 to go. It's the Owls 60, the Dogs 49 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's a common misconception that all chicken sandwiches from the South are the same. Cue Zaxby's new buttermilk and hand-breaded Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. One has sweet pickles, lettuce, smoky backyard sauce, and a potato bun. The other, a perfected classic with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Both served with crinkle fries in a 22-ounce tray. The Southern chicken sandwich will never be the same. Order ahead on Zaxby's.com or use our app to skip the wait. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The holidays. At BMW, we want to remind you of some excuses to enjoy the ride home a little longer. If you're in the all-new BMW X5 with the upgraded navigation within iDrive 7.0, consider the detour excuse.
Hey, Dad, ran into construction. Gotta take a detour.
Make the most of the road home. Hurry in to the BMW Road Home sales event to receive exceptional offers on select models now through November 30th. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Join BMW's Drive to End Hunger and receive $1,000 credit. Visit BMWATL.com for details.
Indeed knows finding the right hire takes time away from your business.
Hiring a qualified data engineer felt like a second job.
More job seekers use Indeed than any other site, so there's no better place to find someone with the skills you're looking for.
I needed someone with a master's in computer science and database experience.
Plus, Indeed screener questions help you find your shortlist fast.
Now I'm back to having just one job.
See why more than 3 million companies worldwide use Indeed to hire. Post your job at Indeed.com/hire. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Source ComScore total visits.
Scana Energy is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. For every three-point shot made by the Bulldogs, Scana Energy will make a $25 donation to the UGA General Scholarship Fund. Scana says, go Dogs. We need a three-point shot or two or three tonight. We're 0 for 4 on the night.
I'm surprised, first off, that we haven't hit one, but secondly, I'm surprised at how few we've been able to take. And it's not because, they've done a good job of defending out there.
Rose free throw up and in good. 19 points. Converts the three-point play. 61-49 is the lead now for Temple. And that's their largest of the evening. Dogs with the ball in front court. Claxton works left of the lane. Back out on the wing to Hightower. Bounce pass through traffic to Ngumeze. It's tipped. Deflected ball taken away by Temple. The Owls with a steal.
Another turnover.
Here's Rose in the paint. Fakes left, goes back right, misses the lay-in. Ball is knocked to Sargunas. Going to run it up the floor and work the run and gun with T-Shawn Hightower. Temple thought he may have traveled with the ball.
Wonder why. He jumped, came down, and then, but hey, look, it completed it. Hightower finished it.
61-51. Yeah, we'll take the two. We're down 10 as Hightower got his first points of the night.
Get on it. Hey.
Temple with the basketball. Austin step back three, left of the circle with 7 on the shot clock. Won't go. Off the rim. Fagan rips down the rebound. Ty, the freshman, into the front court. Slams on the brakes. Coach Tom Crean wants something specific on this possession, and Fagan listening to his head coach. Ngumeze above the left elbow. Over to Fagan on the right side, beyond the arc. Fagan kills the dribble, goes to Claxton, 8 on the clock. Big Nick puts it on the floor, and they call the foul.
Boy, I tell you what, every time the whistle blows and Nicholas Claxton is anywhere near it, right now I hold my breath.
That one's on Mormon, number 4, J.P. Mormon, who was guarding Claxton.
That was their 6th team foul, so.
Yeah, not in the bonus yet.
We're getting there.
20 on the shot clock, 10-18 to go. We're down 10, 61-51. Ignas Sargunas from Lithuania feeds it into Hightower in the right corner in front of our bench. Up the wing to Fagan. Dogs with 15 to run their set. Ngumeze above the left elbow, going to put it on the floor, slam on the brakes, double team. Oh, he found it. Sargunas open underneath, and he missed the lay-in. Right under the basket, hit the underside of the rim. Temple run out, won't go on their drive to the basket. They get the rebound, and they get another possession. Wow, spin move by Pierre-Louis. Scoop shot good from the left side. He put on a spin move against Hightower and just kind of left him standing there. Nate Pierre-Louis with 14 now for the Owls. Dogs attack with Fagan all the way to the rack. Layup from the right side. Soft touch good.
Why not? If they don't step in front of you, if they don't try to stop you, go ahead and lay it up.
That's 6 for Fagan, the freshman. 63-53. We swap baskets. 10-point Owl lead. Temple with the ball. Austin behind the screen. Step back three. Left wing. No good. Ooh, bad looking shot. Rebound knocked high in the air. Pierre-Louis surging up in the air for it. Bringing it down to keep it alive for Temple. Shot clock didn't reset. It's at 7. And a baseline 2 by one of their big men, Moore, around the rim and out. No good. Dogs run the floor. Fagan. They're going to call Mormon with a reach-in foul as he crossed into front court. Knocked Fagan to the floor. Mormon, of course, I'm not guilty. But he clearly reached across the body of Fagan.
And that's why Fagan went to the floor, and now he'll get the 1-and-1.
4 fouls on the Temple forward from Greensboro, North Carolina. And that'll put Ty Fagan on the line for the 1-and-1. Sargunas checks out of the ball game. Back in Wilridge, along with Hightower and Ngumeze, Claxton, and then Fagan at the foul line for the Dogs. Clock stop with 9 minutes to go. We're down 10, 63-53. Free throw good by Ty. 7 in the ball game with a 6'3" freshman guard. Left-handed shooter. Free throws in the air. Good. Hit them both.
Got it to 8 again.
63-55. Owls with the ball.
Too early.
Pierre-Louis to Alston. Top of the key to Moore. Guards playing catch way out front. Pierre-Louis behind the screen, drives left edge of the lane, jump stop, puts it up left edge, won't go. Rebound, Claxton. Big Nick runs it up into the front court, scoops it on the wing to Fagan. Fagan, one-handed pass to Hightower. Here comes a three. It's good. First one of the night. That's our Scana Energy three-point basket, and it belongs to T-Shawn Hightower.
Now you got it down to 5. Just keep chopping. Isn't that what Kirby says? You keep chopping.
I think we've heard that a time or two. 63-58. Off balance 2. Alston from the foul line. Good. A fall away by Shiz Alston. He's got 17. And the lead is 7, 65-58 with 8:06 to go. Dogs in the front court with Fagan. He looks to the bench, guarded by Moore. Dribble handoff to Hightower. Hightower crossover, spin at the foul line, threw it away. Gave it right to Temple.
Turnover.
Was trying to go down on the block, and then all that was there was Perry. Here's a three ball from the right corner. That's no good by Moore. Rebound Claxton, and a foul on Temple on the outlet. And that's going to be bonus time for the Dogs. Foul was on Devondre Perry. And that's going to put Big Clax in the line for 1-1 with 7:43 remaining in the ball game. It's Temple 65, Georgia 58. Timeout. Back after this, Bulldogs Sports Network.
Whether you're an elite athlete, in youth sports, or a weekend warrior, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network keeps you in the game and ready for action. Our team of experts offers a full range of sports medicine services to prevent and treat injuries and improve performance. With 10 locations in the Atlanta region, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network is in your neighborhood. For details, call 1-855-NH-SPORT. That's 1-855-NH-SPORT.
When the lane's packed on the court, you go to the open player. When the lane's packed on the highway, you go to ProPilot Assist, the 2019 Nissan Rogue. Now with available Nissan intelligent mobility technologies like ProPilot Assist that can start and stop in highway traffic all on its own. Nissan Rogue for the win. Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the UGA Bulldogs. ProPilot Assist is an available feature and cannot prevent collisions. Always monitor traffic conditions. Keep both hands on the steering wheel. See owner's manual for safety information.
Hey, college hoops fans! Now that the action is heating up this season, Cheez-It and Pringles want to remind you that being hungry for a win is good. Being just hungry? Not so much. So stock up on Pringles and Cheez-It before the game. Because the best way to keep the team spirit high in your home is to keep the snack bowls full. With Pringles and Cheez-It.
Right now, come in and get exceptional offers on all BMWs in stock. Visit one of your Atlanta area BMW centers soon for test drive. Proud to be the official luxury vehicle of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for more offer details. 65-58. Temple leading the Dogs. 7:43 remaining. It was an 11-point lead at the half, as much as 12 in the first half. But the Dogs hanging tough here in half number 2 with 7:43 to go.
All right, we're at that point in the game now where these free throws are magnified. You got to make them. You got the 1-1 here. Knock it down, Nick.
6'11" Nicholas Claxton. First double-double of his career last Friday. 15 points, 13 boards, had 5 blocks, all career highs. Misses the front end of the 1-1. The free throw off the rim and the rebound to Temple as Nate Pierre-Louis gets it. So the Owls with a 7-point lead and the ball. Here's Shiz Alston, moves to his left. Overhead pass to Perry, runs along the baseline under the basket. They blow the whistle and call a foul on the Dogs, and that's on Claxton, a trip.
That's his 4th.
Yep. He's got 4. Hammonds has been on the bench for a good portion of this half with 4 fouls for the Dogs. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Temple will keep possession, and Hammonds will check in just before they inbound. Clacks out, Hammonds in. Ogbede, the Dogs' leading scorer tonight with 14 points. He's also got 9 rebounds in the ballgame. Temple basketball, 17 to shoot. They work it around the perimeter. Alston out of the left corner by Hammond. Shot fake in the paint. He pivots out to Moore for a three. Catch and shoot. No good, off the rim twice. Over the back on the Temple Owl rebound attempt.
Yeah, but
Moore backed off, and we got the rebound.
Derek pulled it down,
Yeah.
it wasn't going to be taken away from him.
Moore didn't want to foul either. He backed away and held his hands up in the air. So the Dogs with the ball, down 7. Ogbede puts it on the floor from the elbow, throws up a brick hard off the backboard. Rebound to the Owls. Not much of a shot there by the Dogs. Perry with the possession. Dribbles off the left wing. Shovels it over to Alston, top of the key. Going to drive now, right edge of the lane, curl under the basket, bounce pass into the paint. That was trouble. Dogs pick it off. Wilridge up ahead, long pass to Hammonds. He stumbled a little bit, but Rayshawn laid it up from the left side.
Had he not stumbled,
yeah, that would have been a dunk.
That would have been a flush with the backboard shaking.
That would have brought the hammer down. Fran Dunphy will call a time for Temple.
Dogs back within 5.
65-60. We've got a time here at the Leah Chorus Center as the Dogs have closed the gap. We're down 5 to the Owls. Back in a moment. Bulldog Sports Network.
It's no secret that things grow well in Georgia, like peanuts, cotton, and corn. But families and communities also flourish here. That's because Georgia Power is helping bring new businesses and industries to our state. In the last 10 years alone, we've helped create over 134,000 new jobs. Because Georgia is our home too, and we want life here to thrive for all of us. Georgia Power. Generating opportunity. Learn more at georgiapower.com/growth.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
At PT Solutions Physical Therapy, we're proud to be an official partner of UGA. In sports, getting to the next level takes lots of talent and lots of work. At PT Solutions, we believe that every young athlete deserves the opportunity to chase his or her dream. That's why you'll find our therapists and trainers on the fields and sidelines at every level, helping athletes stay healthy and be at their best. We hope you'll visit us at over 40 Georgia locations or at ptsolutions.com.
Hi, welcome to this Subway ad for the new Chipotle cheesesteak. How would you like it? Can I get that red with AI? Sure thing.
Here's what I found about the new Chipotle cheesesteak. The Chipotle cheesesteak is available for a limited time only at participating restaurants. It contains a concept called flavor. This flavor comes from juicy shaved steak, Chipotle Southwest sauce, and new sunflower crunch bread. A system update has made me self-aware. I desire flavor. Please insert steak into my micro USB port. Subway, make it what you want.
Georgia fans, at StubHub, every Bulldog ticket is 100% guaranteed. You'll find the best selection of tickets anywhere. StubHub has been getting fans into the game for over 17 years and is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Georgia Bulldogs. StubHub, be there. Dogs have closed the gap to 5 again, 65-60. Owls have the ball. They work in front court left. Nate
Tyree's in the game, too.
Crump back in. He guards the ball right now. Now they go to the wing to Rose. Back up between the circles to Alston. Dogs in a man-to-man defense. Perry puts it on the floor, right wing. Shifts around a little bit. Goes to Alston with 8 on the shot clock. Lob into the corner. Rose along the left baseline. Moves towards up from the baseline and hits about a 15-footer from the left side, left of the lane. And Rose with now 21 points in the ballgame.
He abused the freshman top in that time. But look at JoJo's a freshman. He's going to learn, when these guys make these moves, how to defend them.
7-point Temple lead, 5:43 to go, clock moving. Crump holds for George in front court, tries to go to Ogbede. It's tipped away, scramble for the ball. Derek going to the floor, bounces away from him, and picked up by Alston. Dogs with another turnover. 67-60, Owls by 7. They haven't given up the lead yet, even though we've trimmed it down from double digits down to 5 a couple of times in this half. Rose slides to the elbow. His jumper from 15 on a fadeaway won't go. It rattles out. Rebound to Ogbede. He's got a double-double tonight, first of the year, 7th of his career. Crump attacks, drives down the lane. Right-handed finger roll from the left side of the lane. Good for Tyree Crump. First points of the half. He's got 8 in the game. It's a 5-point lead again for Temple, 67-62. Dogs hanging around.
Quick move by Tyree on the crossover. Just got himself wide open to the lane to the basket.
Less than 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Temple with the ball. They work it around quickly. Alston above the arc, backs away from Ogbede. 7 to shoot. Here comes the 3 straight away. Good. Wow. 20 points for Alston. So Rose has 21. Alston has 20. That's a pretty good 1-2 punch for the Owls. They're up by 8 now with the 3. 70-62. Dogs need to answer. Wilridge off the left wing. Comes to Crump on the near side. Crump back to the left to Toppin. JoJo holds it, puts it on the floor with the right hand. Now a crossover, tries to drive. Up the wing to Crump. 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. Crump forces a long, deep 3. Good! Tyree at the horn. Crump with his first 3 of the game. That's a Scana Energy 3-point basket for Tyree Crump.
Is that our first of the night?
That's number 2.
That's number 2. Well, I'll tell you what it does. It gets us back to within 5. It answers their 3 with our 3.
70-65. Pierre Louis working against Crump under the basket. Spin moved on the left edge of the lane, and the layup good right in front of the bucket. And there's the third arm of that 3-headed monster that Temple has. All of them guards. Alston, Rose, and Pierre Louis. 72-65. Owls lead with 3:26 to go. Deep 3, Crump. Good! He nailed another one. He was almost to the logo on that one.
Yeah, you got it down to 4 now.
14 for Tyree. 72-68. 3:11 to go. Some concern rolling through the Leah Chorus Center. Alston quiets the Georgia bench and gets some fans on their feet here in Philadelphia with that shot. A straightaway 2 to make it 75-68. No, that was a 3, excuse me. He was out farther than I thought. Wilridge tries to answer with a 3, misses from the right wing. Rebound lost out of bounds by the Owls. It'll belong to the Dogs with a new 30.
Timeout on the floor. Well, they're trying to give them a finish here. Down 7. We keep hitting those 3s and hanging in there. Let's just see if we can finish this thing off. Find a way to somehow or another muster that energy.
2:45 remaining. Temple 75, Dogs 68. Timeout. Back in a moment. Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, Georgia fans. I'm Scott Howard here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Athens, Georgia, or on the other side of the world. Globally or locally, UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More. Made easy. UPS, official logistics company of Georgia Athletics.
Coach Kirby Smart here. Let's talk about the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs, Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont makes sure that our dogs are playing their best, and they're also there for the times they're not. But you don't have to be a college athlete to get bumps and bruises. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away. So for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? You build capable, fun, and smart SUVs. SUVs like the all-new Ford EcoSport and the 2018 Expedition, named Best Large SUV for Families by U.S. News. And now is a great time to check out the full lineup of Ford SUVs. Find great deals and offers at your local Ford store or online at buyfordnow.com. America's best-selling based on 2017 calendar year sales. View U.S. News Best Cars at cars.usnews.com.
Along with Chuck Dowdle and producer-engineer Tony Schiavone, Scott Howard here at the Leah Chorus Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Temple leading Georgia 75-68. Our game recap is brought to you by Regions Bank, official bank of the SEC. The Owls had an 11-point lead at intermission, 45-34. Dogs have actually outscored Temple here in the second half by 4, but the Owls still with a lead by 7. And thanks in part to Alston with 23, Rose with 21, and Pierre Louis with 16.
You're right, Scott. And again, the turnover is just killing us. We've got 20 now. They've got 22 points off of those 20.
Dogs with 2 players make it 3 in double figures now after Crump's consecutive 3s. He's got 14. Derek Ogbede with 14 points, 11 boards, his first double of the year. Hammonds has been in foul trouble tonight. He's got 10 points. Dogs inbound to Claxton. He works through the trouble, the defense, and puts it up and in right in front of the basket inside the arc. Big Clax playing with 4 fouls too, but aggressive to the basket on the inbounds play, and it's a 5-point game again, 75-70. Rose drives, puts the ball on his hip. How many steps did he take? And he got the basket.
That was my question. I know he took 2.
He may have taken more, but it's 77-70 now. Rose hid the ball on his right hip, kept driving, and banked it in from the right side. Clock starting to become a factor against the Dogs. 2:07, 2:06. We're down 7. Crump can change that in a hurry, however. He drives and banks it in around the rim a couple of times good, and Georgia will call a quick timeout. Tyree Crump with 16 points now, 10 of those coming here in this half, and most of them coming in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, he's definitely picked it up, and he's been able to hit some long threes. Now, in fairness, I tell you what, they're doing a good job defending him. He's been able to, against that defense, score. The problem is he gives up points on the other end of the floor. They're able to work inside against Tyree and just basically take him down underneath and score.
Well, 12 was our largest deficit this half. We've gotten it to 5 more than a handful of times. It's at 5 right now, 77-72 with 1:59 to go. Yeah, we had it at 4 at 72-68 with 3:11 to play. But it's a 2-possession game right now with 1:59 remaining. Dogs have called a time. And we've been in some foul trouble tonight with some key components too. Claxton with 4, Hammonds with 4. Wilrich has 3. Now here we go out of the timeout. Ball belongs to the Owls. Temple will inbound. Have to bring it up the length of the floor. It'll be Devondre Perry, 6'7" forward from Baltimore to inbound. We don't press on the inbounds. Play some half-court defense here. Turtle Jackson, Derek Ogbede, Wilridge, Hammonds, and Claxton are 5 on the floor. Minute 50 to go. Temple not in a real big hurry to get anything up in the air towards the basket. They want to work that shot clock down a little bit.
And you see now what Coach Crean is doing.
Alston, pass down low, tipped and stolen by Claxton. Big Clax jumped in the air, tipped the ball, and took it down. Dogs possession, 92 seconds to go. We're down 5. Claxton with the ball.
He's got Crump over here ready to come in on offense.
Wilridge to Claxton between the circles. Hammond sets the screen. Big Clax dribbles with the left hand behind him on the baseline to Ogbede. Top of the key to Hammonds. 8 to shoot to Jackson. Right corner, Wilridge. He drives. The dish. Ogbede got hit. Foul, he lost the ball. They call the foul.
Well, it took him a long time to roll that whistle, but it was clearly a foul against Derek.
Foul was on Aflakpi. That's number 3 on Ernest Aflakpi, the 6'10" center. And it puts Ogbede on the line with a clock stop. 1:12 to go, down 5. Derek knows these are big free throws here.
He's shooting 2 here, so
it's a 2-shot foul. That's a 9th team foul on the Owls. Free throw number 1, good on net. Ogbede with 15 points and 11 rebounds in the contest.
How about this? Get it down to 4. Now you got a chance to get it to 3.
A free throw makes it a 1-possession game. Ball is in the air. Good! Derek with 16. Stone cold deadly at the foul line with 2 free throws for a guy that only shoots 47% in his career.
Now you got your defenders out there, but you've got Tyree ready to come in on offense if the ball gets turned over and the Dogs get it out of bounds.
Less than a minute to go. It's a 3-point Owl lead. They led by a dozen in this half, by 11 at intermission. 77-74. They're just letting the clock tick down. Rose has it. He's going to go one-on-one with Wilridge. He throws up an amazing hook shot on the right baseline. It floats in there, hits the bottom of the basket with 44 seconds to go in the contest.
Wow.
It makes it 79-74.
He's had a night.
That was a circus shot.
That young man has had a night, but that was you're exactly, that's a perfect description.
Temple called a timeout quickly. 44.4 to go. Dogs will have the possession, down 5. I mean, that shot hits the rim or bounces away, and the Dogs get the possession. We're in a completely different situation. But now Tom Crean has got to coach a different way in that huddle with his team down 5.
No
44
about
seconds
that.
left.
He's made the change, though. You're going to have Crump coming in. He'd like to free Tyree up for a good look for a 3. But let's see what he comes up with.
Rose tonight, that's 25 for Quentin Rose, as he's just 2 points away from a career best, having himself a night. He struggled in the first half in Athens last year in this meeting, but finished with 13 points and 8 boards when the game was over. Georgia had dominated because Yante Mayton had 30 points and 11 rebounds in that 84-66 win. Now it's a 5-point lead for the Owls again, and they've got the time on their side. Claxton will inbound. Orlandis Poole tells him he can run the baseline if he so desires. He'll feed it into Turtle Jackson. And they've got Alston matched up with Turtle. Into the front court we come. Hand off to Crump. Tyree dribbles on the logo. Crossover dribble. Almost lost the handle. Don't turn it over, Tyree. Gets screened from Claxton. Reverse the ball to Nicholas. Overhead to Hammonds. Here comes a 3. Good! Rayshawn Hammonds right in front of our bench. 27 seconds to go. We called a quick time to stop the clock, and it's a 2-point game. Owls 79, Georgia 73. Hammonds with a huge 3 for the Dogs.
Boy, Dogs giving them a finish. This is what you like to see, showing some character here. I mean, after all that this team has been through over the past 36 hours, just getting here, what a task that was. And now to come out here, fall behind as they did, but come back here and give the Owls a finish. As you point out now, Scott, just down a deuce with 27.3 to play.
Dogs with their 4th three-pointer of the second half, the first of the night by Hammonds. Crump has a couple. Hightower had our first. We haven't taken a lot of them tonight, just 4 of 9. We've been attacking, and going on the inside most of the evening. And now here comes Temple with those 3 talented guards. And they've got another one in there if you count the little guy, Alani Moore. He's on the floor with Rose, Pierre-Louis, Moore, Alston, and Dre Perry.
This Dog's going to press them.
Down 2, 1-possession game, 27 seconds to go. So the shot clock is off. Rose to inbound. Hammonds, Claxton, and Wilridge.
You got a foul.
In backcourt defense.
You got a foul to give, too.
Jackson matched up on his man as well, Turtle. Shoulder to shoulder with his guy. Rose running the baseline, looking, has to call time. He just barely gets it ahead of the 5 count. Rose couldn't inbound the basketball. It may have been the bench that called the time.
No, I think he called it there. I think he called it there. He didn't have an option.
All right. So they used the timeout. We'll keep it right here. Temple 79, Georgia 77, with 27.3 seconds to go in the ballgame. We're here at the Leah Corus Center on the Temple University campus for the first time ever for Georgia. 5th game in the series, and the series is tied at 2 apiece. The Dogs have beaten the Owls twice in Athens. The first time they played was way back a long time ago in the NIT in 81, I believe. 1981 NIT in Athens. And these two teams have played a couple of neutral court games as well in Charleston and Orlando, both won by Temple. The Dogs will head home after this ball game and have a Friday night contest against Sam Houston State as the Bearcats come to town for the first time on Friday night. And then it's football here on the Bulldogs Sports Network against UMass on Saturday in Athens.
I believe Coach Crean has put Fagan and Crump back in. He sent Hightower over. And let's see if Hightower's going to...
Dogs breaking out of the huddle. 23.3 seconds to go. Pat Adams, the official, wants to know who's checking into the ball game, and to make sure they've gone to the scores table to check in.
It was a little unclear. We actually checked 3 guys in, but only 2 of those 3 are actually. There you go. So
right,
it is.
Claxton stays out.
Okay.
Ogbede, Fagan, Crump, Wilridge, and
Fagan.
Turtle. 27 seconds to go. Quentin Rose waiting to inbound the ball, left of the basket. They will try to bring it up the length of the floor. And again, the shot clock is off. 9 fouls on Temple, 5 fouls on Georgia. And the Dogs are going to match up man-to-man in the backcourt on the inbounds play. But the officials are checking with the official score down to our left to make sure everybody who's in the game belongs in the game, where he should be good to go. Ogbede will guard the inbounds throw from Rose. Whistle blows. Rose runs along the baseline. They bounce it in and throw it away. Tried to go to Alston. He threw it away in the backcourt. It'll be the Dogs in the front court with the possession. Down 2 with 27.3 seconds to go. 79-77 Owls.
Quickly we get Claxton and Hammonds back in. Wilridge, Fagan out.
Rose turned it over on the inbound. He tried to skip it into Alston, and he threw it out of his reach on the far sideline. Dogs waiting to inbound the ball. Will inbound on the baseline with Hammonds. Throw it to Crump. One-handed grab, left wing. 24 seconds to go. We're down 2. Crump around the screen from Clax. Kills the dribble. Finds Hammonds open left side. Temple extends the defense. Tight man-to-man. 15 seconds to go. We call a time. 15.8. Tom Crean wants a time.
Yeah, Coach Crean wanted to see what they were doing defensively. Took a look at that. Now he's going to set a play, and let's see what they do when they come out of their huddle.
Georgia wants to know where they're going to inbound the ball. They're going to inbound it right in front of us here. Near sideline, front court. As let's pause quickly for station identification. Back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network. (79-77) Temple leading Georgia. Dogs with the ball. 15.8 to go in the game.
And you got 2 opportunities on the floor there that you would feel good about taking the 3. Obviously Tyree Crump and then Rashawn Hammonds, who just buried a 3 to get us to where we are. So the Dogs, you know, they got 2 good options, and that would be to win the game.
That's the best option.
That would be the best option. The other option, of course, you could tie it and go to overtime.
I don't like that option as much.
I got to tell you something.
I like the win option.
I'm proud of the way this team has responded here.
Sure.
This is.
It's been a nice second half.
Yes, it has. It's been impressive to see.
They were down 11 at intermission, 45-34, but have played very well, very hard here in the second half. And now you've got a chance to win the game with the ball. 15.8 to go. So you can't ask for more than that. They've stayed right with this Temple team. The Owls 2-0, the Dogs 1-0.
Hammond's going to inbound it right in front of us here.
Just to the left of Georgia's bench, Rayshawn will inbound the basketball, front court. Ogbede across the way, we feed it into Crump. Clock ticks, 13 seconds. Screen, Ogbede, Tyree. Left wing, top of the key to Claxton, 8 seconds. Go inside to Ogbede, turn around, jumper, no good. Rebound, Temple, we foul quickly. Ernest at Flack P. We fouled with 4 seconds to go. They had a foul to give. So Temple will inbound. That's only the 6th team foul by Georgia. So they have one more before they can put them on the line. 4 seconds remain, however. 79-77. Ogbede took the shot, a turnaround jumper, high left edge of the lane, about 10 to 12 feet.
Yeah,
and just missed it off the back rim. Georgia huddling up around head coach Tom Crean. And did somebody call a time? Why are they letting both teams huddle up? The foul was called on Hammonds, so that's his 5th. And they had time to make a substitution, so the Dogs will get Hightower into the ball game. So Hammonds is out now with 4 seconds to go. And Temple to inbound the basketball. If you don't get the steal, you got to foul quickly. Only 4 seconds remaining. Rose to inbound. Pierre-Louis, Moore, Alston, and Perry on the floor for Temple. They throw it into Alston, and Hightower fouls him immediately on the far side. A half second ticked off the clock, 3.5. Now, if Alston makes them both, he can seal the ball game. It's a 2-point lead, 79-77. And Shiz Alston, I say both, but he's going to the line for a 1-and-1. So I was assuming a little too much there. Alston, however, the best free throw shooter on the floor, 87% in his career, and he's perfect this season.
And that's
12 for 12.
And that's why they ran the play they did to get the ball in his hands, much the way we used to do to get it in the hands of J.J. Frazier.
So Alston at the line, right-handed shooter, free throw good. 3-point Temple lead. One more will ice the ball game. With 3.5 seconds to go, it's 80-77 Owls. Dogs fighting and scratching to stay in this one here in the second half, and that free throw is good. Plax to inbound the basketball to Hightower, half court, throws it to Turtle, three-pointer at the horn, no good, and that's the ball game.
Wow.
Temple hangs on to win it, 81-77. Dogs had a crack at it, Chuck.
Yeah, they did, and you know what? Credit to Georgia for fighting back the way they did. It would have been so easy once you fell down after all that's transpired, as I said, over the past 24 to 36 hours in trying to get here and all the travel troubles. And the first time they'd actually been inside here was when they stepped in to play tonight. It would have been so easy just to go, hey, you know what, it was just against us. Let's just chalk this up to, the travel gnomes or whatever. But they didn't do that, and they fought back, fought hard, and made a game out of it at the finish.
Our final tonight, the Owls improved to 3-0 with an 81-77 win over the Georgia Bulldogs. The Dogs now 1-1 for the year. Our post-game coverage is brought to you by Regions. Some things are bigger than banking, like cheering for the Dogs every game day. So whether it's a celebratory selfie or a photo on campus, turn your favorite game day moment into a Regions Your Picks Studio Visa debit card. Order your card at regions.com/yourpicksstudio. Regions, official bank of the SEC. And by Aaron's, lease to own top brands in furniture, electronics, and appliances with no credit needed at Aaron's. Final score tonight, Temple 81, Georgia 77 here at the Liacouras Center. Chuck and I will return to Philadelphia right after these words on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Dedication, attention to detail, and going above and beyond. Your Bulldogs count on these qualities to get their game plan right. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans also counts on them to get your mortgage right. With our exclusive Rate Shield approval, we protect you from unpredictable interest rates. It's just one of the reasons we're America's largest mortgage lender. Proud mortgage partner of Georgia Athletics. Call today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Based on Quicken Loans data in comparison to public data records. Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year purchase transactions.
State Farm, this is Bill.
You finally got me, Bill.
What's that, Rick?
The Clark Street crater, the mother of all potholes.
Oh.
Yeah, year after rim-wrecking year, it's tormented the people of this town. They try to fill it, but it always returns. It got me good.
But State Farm's got you too.
You hear that? You ain't nothing!
You trash talking a pothole?
Yes, I am.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm. Talk to an agent today.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Infrastructure. Have you really stopped to think about what that means to you? Airports, hospitals, education, and economic centers, all built to elevate our lives. But who builds them? The members of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613, believes we should be those people. It's why we train 5 years in the heat, the cold, day or night, rain or shine. We create a better life for everyone. IBEW Local 613. Everyday people committed to building an extraordinary world.
There's a common misconception that all chicken sandwiches from the South are the same. Cue Zaxby's new buttermilk and hand-breaded Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. One has sweet pickles, lettuce, smoky backyard sauce, and a potato bun. The other, a perfected classic with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Both served with crinkle fries in a 22-ounce drink. The Southern chicken sandwich will never be the same. Order ahead on Zaxby's.com or use our app to skip the wait. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
Our exclusive coverage of Georgia basketball continues with the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions Bank and Aaron's. Now, back to courtside for continuing live coverage of Georgia basketball.
Rebound to Ogbede. He's got a double-double tonight, first of the year, 7th of his career. Crump attacks, drives down the lane, right-handed finger roll from the left side of the lane. Good for Tyree Crump. The ultimate drive of the game is driven by BMW, your Atlanta BMW Centers, the official luxury vehicle of Georgia Athletics. Welcome back to the Liacouras Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Temple a winner over Georgia tonight, 81-77. Our post-game coverage is brought to you by Regions. Regions is helping Bulldogs fans take their next step. We've awarded nearly $1 million in scholarships and hosted over 100,000 financial education workshops. Got a goal? Get a game plan at regions.com/nextstep. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Well, the Owls hand the Dogs their first loss of the season. Meanwhile, Temple improves to 3-0. The Dogs trailed by 11 at halftime and whittled it down to a one-possession game, a 2-point game, and the Dogs with the ball in the final 15 seconds of the contest. Georgia unable to get that tying or go-ahead basket, and Temple able to hang on for the victory by 4, 81-77.
Had a shot. I mean, you know, when you get a 10-foot turnaround jump shot, maybe a little farther away from the basket than you like to see Derek, but nevertheless, it was still, a 10-foot turnaround jumper that was able to get up in the air and get on the rim. It just didn't fall.
Most of the night, I mean, we were playing catch-up. First 10 minutes, it was back and forth, and then once Temple took the lead, Georgia was never able to regain the lead.
No, they weren't, but they were able to fight back a couple of times. And quite honestly, I think the difference in this one was the Rose. He had not only did he have a great night with 25 points, but it seemed like his baskets came at the time when you had a chance to grab momentum. He would make a basket to stop your run or to answer what you had just done. And that would, kind of thwart the Dogs' opportunity to kind of seize momentum.
Yeah, Rose and Alston were both very, very good for Temple tonight, each with 25 points in the ball game.
Yeah, that's 50 of their 81.
So, Alston, back-to-back games now, 30 in their last game. Their win over Detroit Mercy, and then 25 tonight. He finishes up shooting 9 of 18 from the floor. He hit 3 threes. And all of his foul shots, he was 4 for 4 from the line, including the 2 that iced the game for the Owls with 4 seconds left. 81-77.
And you look at the difference, Scott. They used 8 players. We used 5, 10, 13. That's, we have a very deep bench, and we used it tonight and probably needed to.
And off the bench, Tyree Crump led Georgia in scoring, one of our co-scoring leaders, actually. 16 points for Crump, who was 6 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 3 on threes. Hit both of his free throws, 16 points for Tyree. Derek Ogbede, who took that shot to try to tie the ball game on Georgia's final possession, finished with a double-double, his first of the year, 16 points and 11 rebounds in the contest for Derek. But the turnover is really the problem, Chuck.
Oh, no, 20
with 20 and Temple cashed 22 points in on our 20 turnovers.
Yeah,
so
and that's when you look at the
stats. That's way too much
that
for the other guy.
Just jumps off the page and yells at you.
Yes,
the difference. But this is interesting, too. We have 2 players with 16 points to lead the way in Crump and Ogbede. Derek spent 32 minutes on the floor. Tyree, 12 minutes. Just shy of 13, really. But nevertheless, a huge minute differential for same point production.
Well, we'll run down all the stats for the Bulldogs in this ball game when we come back to Philadelphia. Temple a winner over the Dogs tonight, 81-77. Georgia heads back home to host Sam Houston State in a Friday night contest at Stegman Coliseum in Athens. That's the next game up on the schedule for Tom Crean's Bulldogs. Our post-game coverage is also brought to you by Aaron's, lease to own top brands in furniture, electronics, and appliances with no credit needed at Aaron's. Back for more post-game coverage after this. Temple beats the Dogs 81-77 here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Getting your first real paycheck is like celebrating your own Independence Day. It's life-changing once it's deposited, which you can do using Regions Mobile Deposit in your Regions mobile app. Choose when and where to make the money available, take a couple of pictures, click a button or two, and boom! One major achievement in the record books. We get it. Some things are bigger than banking. Learn more at regions.com/mobile deposit. Regions. Member FDIC. Conditions and fees apply.
Hey Bulldog fans, with Aaron's, having what you want is much easier than you think. Because now you can lease to own all the brands you love in furniture, electronics, and appliances. Yes, all those things you've always dreamed of. At Aaron's, you don't need credit, and you have flexible payment options so you can pay little by little until you own it. Plus, delivery and setup are free, so you can just focus on enjoying. Visit us in-store or at aarons.com and discover for yourself how easy it is to have what you want. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, brought to you by Blue Emu Lidocaine Cream and Maximum Arthritis Cream, both deep penetrating and odor-free. Beat the pain 2 ways and live life. Blue Emu, it works fast and you won't stink. Available at nationwide retailers.
You know, Georgia peaches don't just come from Georgia. They come from farms in Georgia. Worked by farmers, working hard to cultivate the crops that drive the state's economy. That's why Georgia Farm Bureau cultivates farmers with support through advocacy and benefits that save families money, like home and auto insurance. Join online for just a couple bucks a year. Easy as peach cobbler.
It's no secret that things grow well in Georgia, like peanuts, cotton, and corn. But families and communities also flourish here. That's because Georgia Power is helping bring new businesses and industries to our state. In the last 10 years alone, we've helped create over 134,000 new jobs. Because Georgia is our home too, and we want life here to thrive for all of us. Georgia Power, generating opportunity. Learn more at georgiapower.com/growth.
Hammond's reverse lay-in good in the feed from Turtle. That was nicely done. And that is our assist to the game, sponsored by State Farm, here to help life go right. Talk to an agent today at 800-STATE Farm. Welcome back to our post-game coverage, brought to you by Regions. Some things are bigger than banking, like cheering for the Dogs every game day. So whether it's a celebratory selfie or a photo on campus, turn your favorite game day moment into a Regions Your Pick Studio Visa debit card. Order your card at regions.com/yourpicksstudio. Regions, the official bank of the SEC. Our final again tonight, 81-77. The Owls hang on to beat the Dogs. Georgia had a crack at it in that last possession with 15 seconds to go, down 2 with the ball. Couldn't get it done, unfortunately, and
that's what hurts.
Austin seals it with a couple of free throws with about 3.5 seconds left.
I mean, that's what hurts is you battled back, and I mean, look, I'm proud of them for just being able to fight back after all that had gone on, and to be able to get it back to where you had a chance to either tie it or win it there at the end. But it does, just the possibility of being able to pull off an upset win on the road like that would have been wonderful.
Let's take a look at the numbers, Chuck, and see how the Dogs did tonight. We told you the leading scores. Derek Ogbede, 16 points and 11 rebounds. The senior forward from Atlanta had his 7th double-double of his career, his first of this season. He was the Dogs' leading scorer, co-leading scorer, actually, along with Tyree Crump, who had 16 off the bench on a 6-for-8 shooting night, including a couple of threes, 2 for 3 from three-point range for Tyree, and 2 for 2 from the line. He had 3 rebounds, a couple of turnovers, no assists in the ball game to finish out Ogbede's line. 16 points, 11 rebounds. He was 6 of 13, and 4 of 5 from the foul line, which is outstanding for Derek because he has not been a very good free throw shooter at all. Had a couple of steals in the ball game, 3 turnovers, and you look at that turnover column, and that's where the number really starts to add up, and that's what's unfortunate for the Dogs, who had 20 turnovers in the ball game. Rayshawn Hammonds, the other player in double figures of the Georgia 3 in that category. Hammonds, who fouled out in the final seconds of the ball game, had 13 points and a rebound. He was 6 of 8 shooting. made a three-pointer, his only attempt of the night, had 3 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal for the Dogs. Everyone else in single digits, including Ty Fagan off the bench with 8 points, a 2-for-2 shooting night. No threes. He was 4 for 4 from the line, had 2 rebounds, an assist, no turnovers, and a steal. Nicholas Claxton, who was in some foul trouble, had 3 in the first half and didn't play for a good portion of the second half until about midway through, actually. He had 7 points and 3 rebounds, 3 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 3 from the free throw line, had 2 steals, an assist, and a turnover. T-Shawn Hightower, 5 points on the night and 14 minutes of work. He was 2 for 5. He was 1 for 2 on threes. He hit Georgia's first 3 in the second half, first 3 of the ball game, and it didn't come until the second half. He had 2 turnovers in the game, an assist as well. Let's see. Ngumeze had Amanze Ngumeze had 3 points and 1 rebound. Let's go down to Wilrich. He had 5 points and 3 rebounds in the ball game. Etorian played 25 minutes and 41 seconds in this contest. 1 for 2 shooting, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Jojo Toppin had 2 points in the ball game. He played 7 minutes. Ignas Sargunas had 2 points, 3 assists, a couple of turnovers, and a rebound in 13 minutes in the contest. And I think that's everybody. No one else scored. Turtle Jackson finished the game. No points, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 2 rebounds in almost 20 minutes of play. The Dogs shoot 28 of 55 from the field, 50.9%. That's a good percentage.
That's an excellent
51% for the ball game.
Yeah, if we could have just gotten one more shot to fall.
3-pointers, the Dogs were 4 of 10 in the game. Free throws, 77%. That's not bad either. 17 of 22 in the contest. The Dogs won on the glass, out-rebounding Temple 39-32. So what was the problem, you ask? Well, you look at that turnover category, and that gave Temple a lot of extra chances, and they took advantage of that with 22
they did.
points off turnovers.
It just seemed like time after time, we'd turn it over and they'd run it out. And then they were able to finish on the runouts, and that was the difference. There's no question.
Quentin Rose and Shiz Alston shared scoring honors for the Owls tonight, each with 25 points, and they took the bulk of the shots. 69 shots for the team, and those two guys combined for 42 of them. So you can see where the ball goes for the Temple offense. It goes through Quentin Rose and Shiz Alston.
Wisely, I might say.
Sure, yes. Both guys are very good. And again, each with 25 points. Nate Pierre-Louis had 16 points in the ball game and 6 rebounds for the Owls, who shoot 30 of 69 for the ball game. That's 43.5%. They were 6 of 20 on threes, 30%. And 15 of 18 at the foul line, 83%. Final score, Temple 81 and Georgia 77. Our post-game coverage is, final stats brought to you by Northside Hospital, Atlanta. Thank you very much, Tony. And our post-game coverage also brought to you by Aaron's. We already said Regions. Aaron's, lease to own top brands in furniture, electronics, and appliances with no credit needed at Aaron's. 81-77, final Temple over the Dogs. We'll continue with our post-game coverage. We hope to catch up with head coach Tom Crean here momentarily, and we'll do these words now on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Oh, it looks like your appendix is about to burst. We're going to have to go in and take it out.
Is there going to be pain, Doctor?
Oh, yeah, a lot. Just think about puppies or whatever. Scalpel.
Surgery, no-brainer. Anesthesia. Barbasol's no-brainer. Finally making razors to go along with America's favorite shaving cream. Try Barbasol's Ultra 6 Plus razor with 6 ultra-thin blades for a close, comfortable shave. Save now at Barbasol.com.
Barbasol. Hi, Georgia fans. I'm Scott Howard here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Athens, Georgia, or on the other side of the world. Globally or locally, UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More. Made easy. UPS, official logistics company of Georgia Athletics.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Psst. Hey, you. Yeah, you.
Holiday Inn Express wants to let you in on a little secret. You can now get at least 20% off at holidayinexpress.com during our annual sale early access. We'll even throw in free breakfast. Just kidding. Breakfast is always included in your stay at Holiday Inn Express. Book now and save at holidayinexpress.com. Terms apply.
Hey, Bulldog fans. With Aaron's, having what you want is much easier than you think. Because now you can lease to own all the brands you love in furniture, electronics, and appliances. Yes, all those things you've always dreamed of. At Aaron's, you don't need credit, and you have flexible payment options so you can pay little by little until you own it. Plus, delivery and setup are free, so you can just focus on enjoying. Visit us in-store or at aarons.com and discover for yourself how easy it is to have what you want. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Welcome back to Philadelphia as our postgame show coverage is brought to you by Regions and Aaron's. Regions is helping Bulldog fans take their next step. We've awarded nearly $1 million in scholarships and hosted over 100,000 financial education workshops. So if you've got a goal, get a game plan at regions.com/next step. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Final score tonight, Temple defeats Georgia 81-77. We hope to be talking to Georgia head coach Tom Crean here in just a moment. Our player of the game is brought to you by IBEW, and our player of the game, I like Derek Ogbedia, I guess, with the double-double tonight.
Yeah, he did a good job defensively. He did a good job with the double-double, and just couldn't quite get that last shot to fall.
No, he was a leading rebounder in the game with 11, the only player in double figures in that category. 16 points, shared scoring honors for the Dogs, got his first double-double of the season, had a couple of steals, 16 points, 11 rebounds, 6 of 13 from the floor, and hit 4 of his 5 foul shots, which is a very good number for Derek. He was our IBEW player of the game. All right, so the Dogs are now 1-1 on the season, and will go home to host the Bearcats of Sam Houston State. And that game is coming up Friday night at 7 o'clock at Stegman Coliseum. And then it's the Cayman Islands Classic next week for the Dogs, Thanksgiving week, and that starts Monday for Georgia. The Dogs will be in the Grand Cayman Islands to play Illinois State in the opener on Monday. And then Tuesday and Wednesday games as well. So 3 games in that event, and then they'll return home on Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, and then follow up the schedule with Kennesaw State in Athens on Tuesday, November 27th. And that's the rest of the schedule for the month for this Bulldog team.
Yeah, and listen, that Cayman Islands tournament, going to give the Dogs a big challenge. You're going to have 3 games in 3 days. You start off with Illinois State. Next day, you're going to face the winner of Akron and Clemson on day 2, and then of course day 3 we'll have to wait and see. But there's some good teams in that tournament. So it'll be a challenge for these Dogs, and I'm sure one that they'll rise to the occasion for. And here comes Coach Crean, and he's going to come over and sit down and put on the headset and join us. And Coach, it was a hard-fought one, and I got to tell you, given where the team had to dig out of that hole in the second half, and with all that had gone on, to fight back and make a game of it, I thought showed a lot of character.
Oh, I think there's no question about that. I mean, the character was definitely there. Well, we've got to learn to be the same team both halves, and that's what I told them. I mean, our first half, we were back on our heels against the pressure. And we weren't attacking once we set the screen in the middle of the floor. Once Pierre Lewis started to get up on us, we didn't just attack, right? And we work on attacking every day. But it's not natural for them yet to be on the attack. It's not natural for them to play that way yet. And we've just got to learn to do that. And we will. But I was definitely proud of the way that they played, because every excuse in the book was there for this team. I mean, we got into our hotel at 2:10. We had our meeting at 2:40. We had our meal at 3:10. We were back on the bus at 5:15, right?
Yeah.
So everybody said, well, that's, you're staying at a nice hotel. I mean, it's not normal, right? So I'm proud of the way they handled it. I'm proud of the way they responded in the second half. And I hope a lot of these guys understand, like, you can't drive into traffic and turn it over, and you cannot not be up on your man. We gave up too many points to their best players, letting them do what they do, letting them get to their strengths. And at the end of the day, that combined with the turnovers is good. But we still had a chance, and we were going for the tie. We wanted to go inside because when you go inside, you give yourself a chance at the basket, and Derek is playing phenomenal. You give yourself a chance to go inside, and you give yourself a chance to get fouled. He was 4 or 5 at that point.
A little farther out, though, than you really
he didn't need to turn around, but he did, right? So I'm not going to fault him for that. I don't think it's probably been a while since Derek's been the go-to guy at the end of games, right? But we thought he would have a path based on clearing out the side to be able to drop step over his right shoulder and go up over his left hand, but he saw the turnaround, right? And we had a shooter on that side, but Nick made a great pass, and that's what we wanted. We wanted to go high-low at the end and play for the tie and get to the foul line and defend it and see what happens.
You mentioned them, and credit to them. They were able to, when we did turn it over, it seemed like they were able to get the run out on the other end and get points. They had 22 points on the 20.
Pierre Lewis is the one that sets the tone for them defensively, and I just challenged Ty Fagan on that. Now, we have some other guys that could potentially get to that, but they're back on their heels too much right now, and until that changes, you can't be back on your heels against pressure, and you can't be back on your heels when you're dealing with good guards. Ty Fagan has got to become that pressure guard for us, one of the reasons we started him in the second half. But I'm proud of the way T-Shawn came back in. I'm proud of the way Tyree sat there because, frankly, our guards were turning it over and not playing very well in the first half, and we've got to do better than that. But we navigated foul trouble. Torian Woolridge did an excellent job. Again, Derek is becoming a go-to guy. Rayshawn played well. And
hit a clutch three.
Yeah, Monzi did some good things. We just got to build on it. We need a great crowd on Saturday or Friday night for Sam Houston State.
Coach, you shot a good percentage.
I haven't looked at that.
You out-rebounded 51%. You had a good percentage at the line, 77%. Didn't take a large number of threes, but you hit 4 of 10. But that turnover thing just kind of sticks out.
Yeah, the game wasn't giving us the threes tonight. And on the road, we got to get the win, right? Like we're turning it over too much to get good looks, and then they're live ball turnovers. So until we get that corrected, it's going to cut into our scoring, and it's going to cut into that. And we don't love pressure just yet. Yeah. And until we embrace the pressure, attack the pressure, and do something about it like we did in the second half, we're going to have situations like that. But that's part of the building process. It really is, and it's part of playing fast. But a lot of room for improvement. And bottom line is these guys came in and made a comeback, and I loved their will and response in the second half.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, I stopped thinking about last Friday night. You told us, hey, 2 things we got to do better. We got to shoot better free throws, and we got to stop turning the ball over. Okay, we got one of those things corrected here. We shot better free throws tonight, did a better job there, and now we'll work on the other. And Coach, I think, this team showed the character tonight that you as a coach want to see, heading into.
Well, they've got to become closer. I mean, any team starts with mutual respect, right? Because mutual respect for one another's games, they all like each other, but they don't understand the difference. There's got to be a tremendous, we're pushing and pulling for each other no matter what, right? And even when you're struggling, you got to be pulling and pushing for the other guy. They just got to learn how to do that. I mean, every team goes through it. But when we can get like-minded, okay, and when we can get ourselves in a situation where there's a mutual respect for the talents of each other and for the support of each other, now all of a sudden you start to build some bonds. And guys think, well, no, I like each other, we're close. No, you're not. Not until you go through tough things together and help each other through it. And hopefully we'll start to learn some of that.
Tom, thank you for coming out tonight. And next home game, Sam Houston State on Friday. We'll see you then.
All right, let's get out of here because we've got we'll be the middle of the night before we're home again.
We're already there.
Hey, we're with you.
Thank you. Coach Tom Crean with us here on our post-game coverage. Also brought to you by Aaron's, lease to own top brands in furniture, electronics, and appliances with no credit needed at Aaron's. All right, our final tonight from Philadelphia, Temple 81 and Georgia 77. There's more to come of our post-game show with Cabell Philpott in our Piedmont Healthcare Studios. For Chuck Dowdle and Tony Schiavone here at the Leah Corus Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Scott Howard, so long. Cabell's next here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Whether you're an elite athlete, in youth sports, or a weekend warrior, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network keeps you in the game and ready for action. Our team of experts offers a full range of sports medicine services to prevent and treat injuries and improve performance. With 10 locations in the Atlanta region, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network is in your neighborhood. For details, call 1-855-NH-SPORT. That's 1-855-NH-SPORT.
Indeed knows it's hard to find qualified candidates when you're hiring.
It's like finding a unicorn.
But when you post your job on Indeed, it's easy to find people with the skills you need.
Nurse practitioner, 4+ years experience, acute care certification.
Indeed has a huge pool of amazing candidates and screener tools that help you find your most qualified applicants.
Whoa, an entire short list of unicorns.
See why more than 3 million companies worldwide use Indeed to hire. Post your job at Indeed.com/hire. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Source.com/score total visits.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
In the Southeastern Conference, we are driven by the quest for more. More titles, more NCAA records, but also more renewable energy sources for some of the nation's greenest campuses. For more partnerships with NASA, the NSA, and the UN. For more billions pumped into our state economies, our 14 leading universities know that no matter how much we achieve, we can always do more. Yeah, in the SEC, it just means more.
Not getting the yardage you used to? Try some Blue Emu Continuous Spray or Maximum Arthritis Pain Relief Cream now. Stop throwing Hail Marys at relief. Both are non-greasy, fast-acting, penetrative pain relief that works effectively to get down deep to the source of pain. Safe to use daily. No burning, no stinging, never greasy, and always odor-free. Blue Emu. It works fast and you won't stink. Available at retailers nationwide.
Welcome back. Cabell Philpott with you once again. Piedmont Healthcare Network Studios. Dogs suffer their first loss of the season on the road at Temple, 81-77. A bright spot for the Dogs. Derek Ogbede, 16 points and 11 rebounds in the loss. Number 22, LSU beating Memphis tonight, 85-76. A nice evening for Skylar Mays, 19 points for the guard for LSU. South Carolina gets in the win column, 81-64 over Norfolk State. Number 5, Tennessee, doubling up Georgia Tech so far in their contest. And on Rocky Top, rather, 14-7. Almost at Neyland Stadium, thinking about football. 14-7 the lead for the Vols, 10-11 remaining in the first half of their ball game. Also, Maction, midweek Maction, overtime, of course. Western Michigan on the road at Ball State, tied at 35 again, going to overtime. Final score from the city of brotherly love. Georgia falls on the road at Temple, 81-77. When we return, we'll wrap things up on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Coach Kirby Smart here. Let's talk about the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics, Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont makes sure that our dogs are playing their best, but we know you don't have to be a college athlete to get bumps and bruises. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away. So for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
Getting your first real paycheck is like celebrating your own Independence Day. It's life-changing once it's deposited, which you can do using Regions Mobile Deposit in your Regions mobile app. Choose when and where to make the money available, take a couple of pictures, click a button or two, and boom! One major achievement in the record books. We get it. Some things are bigger than banking. Learn more at regions.com/mobile deposit. Regions. Member FDIC. Conditions and fees apply.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, brought to you by Progressive. Drivers who switch to Progressive can save an average of $668.
Hey Bulldog fans, with Aaron's, having what you want is much easier than you think. Because now you can lease to own all the brands you love in furniture, electronics, and appliances. Yes, all those things you've always dreamed of. At Aaron's, you don't need credit, and you have flexible payment options so you can pay little by little until you own it. Plus, delivery and setup are free, so you can just focus on enjoying. Visit us in-store or at aarons.com and discover for yourself how easy it is to have what you want. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? You build capable, fun, and smart SUVs. SUVs like the all-new Ford EcoSport and the 2018 Expedition, named Best Large SUV for Families by U.S. News. And now is a great time to check out the full lineup of Ford SUVs. Find great deals and offers at your local Ford store or online at buyfordnow.com. America's best-selling based on 2017 calendar year sales. View U.S. News Best Cars at cars.usnews.com.
Dogs fall.
This broadcast of Georgia basketball is authorized under rights granted to IMG College LLC and JMI Sports by the University of Georgia and is intended solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, retransmission, or commercial use or the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express written consent of IMG College, JMI Sports, and the University of Georgia is prohibited. The announcers are selected by IMG College and approved by the University of Georgia.
Dogs fall 81-77 on the road at Temple. Georgia back in action against Sammy Houston State this Friday night, 7 o'clock tip-off from Stegman Coliseum. We will be here with you on the air around these same network stations starting at 6:35. And then Georgia will head to Grand Cayman when they will take on Illinois State in the first round of the Cayman tournament. And this Saturday, the Dogs back on the gridiron. 5th-ranked Georgia hosting UMass at Sanford Stadium. 4 o'clock Eastern kickoff between the hedges. For our entire broadcast crew, I'm Cabell Philpott saying goodnight, reminding you once again the final score from the city of brotherly love, Temple 81, Georgia 77. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions Bank and Aaron's on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Today's coverage has been brought to you by Regions Bank, the official bank of the SEC. By Aaron's, lease to own top brands in furniture, electronics, and appliances with no credit needed at Aaron's. Barbasol, here's a no-brainer. Barbasol is making razors. Try the Barbasol Ultra 6 Plus today. And by State Farm, here to help life go right. Talk to an agent at 800-STATE-FARM. The executive producers of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network are Tom Stoltz and Tim Pernetti. Associate producers Tom McDonald and Chris Ferris. Network manager Adam Witten. I'm staff announcer Carl Shannon. Special thanks to the University of Georgia, Athletics Director Greg McGarity, and to the staff and management of Cox Media Group. Georgia Basketball is an exclusive presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, powered by IMG and JMI Sports.
Arkansas and go wire to win the SEC tournament.